You know what? I don't know what the is going on here anymore. Look, I have a dog. What's the language you'd like to learn? I don't know. Probably English. Does anybody remember the girl group Dream? No. Wait, is that her name? Forgettable. Running a country is very stressful. I was about to say special. What's wrong with me? Just because you had turned a year older doesn't mean you just get your ass eaten. None of this is funny. It's not that funny. Why am I doing this to myself? Oh my god, I have a giggle so bad. It wasn't even that funny. It's so sad how it hurts. I'm crying. Chongus hates it. Come back, honey. It was like silly or whatever. It wasn't that funny. But I can't stop laughing. It was so stupid.
No, actually, definitely did kill himself. We saw a video footage.
Oh my god! I can't stop crying! Hi, honey. It's okay. This isn't something that you just announced, sir. I think Courtney just broke. I know. It was funny. Oh, Chongus, what's wrong? Can someone please? I was gonna say, I don't know anymore. Oh, my fart cone. It just encourages retarded behavior. Oh, you guys. I don't think we need to watch some dude with a wine-stained mouth who brushes his hair with a balloon whine and cry about a man he hasn't spoken to in 10 years. It was fine. What was I doing again? Poor kid. It was kind of his fault. I'm drinking my Coors Light. Kiss my husband goodnight. Then I got in my truck. And then I yelled out, what the? This ain't your typical honky tonk. It's a really good song. A beep, 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 beep. This has been an Penelope show. Do, 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 do. We're do, no, no. Boop, 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 boop. It's the Penelope show. That's your song. Thank you. Beep, 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 beep. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. The Penelope Show. Oh. You couldn't give a about this, could you? Yeah. So what I've gathered from this is that I don't know what I'm talking about. Hi everybody. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Babbling, Courtney, Brooke, where I annoy everybody or something. Hey, you guys, guess what? Frank just sent some hot wings. Thank you, Frank. Okay, so as you saw or something, Thursday I skipped a stream because on Wednesday I did something unusual, which was I drank alcohol on Forest Mommy's show, Scissor Me Timbers, and I had 2 bottles of Prosecco. That's a lot for somebody who doesn't drink very often. And wildness ensued. We got Tony on for a brief moment, and I yelled at him about Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys. Yeah, I argued about that. We sang some NSYNC Christmas songs. I ended up taking off my bra because Forest Mommy, I don't think I was understanding Forest Mommy, but she kept insisting that my bra or my shirt was a bra. And I was like, no, I'm wearing a bra. It was crazy. So if you enjoy anything along those lines, then you should watch the Rumble edition because she had to take the YouTube one down. And my bra right now, hold on a second. I just realized it's like very twisty. Oh, and then at one point I whipped my bra above my head and then I just flung it and then I didn't, and that was on Wednesday night and I didn't find it until yesterday. What are you gonna do? Anyway, so if you're interested in a crazy time, I suggest you watch that. Now, let's say hi to everybody really quick, and then we'll get into some topics because there's some stuff that we can talk about or whatever. Wow. Jason Puck, hello. I remember this Buckethead. Well, technically, her boyfriend was the Buckethead. Dirty Deeds, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Vengeance Demon, hello. And Carry On, hello. Free the Booker, hello. And Michael Coulter, hello. Saw is here, hello. And Frank, who said the hot wings. AV Tom, hello, hello, hello. Tim F, hello. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Purple Panther, hello, hello. Beep, 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 beep. It's the Penelope Show. Who's she talking about there? The wine-stained pillow hair guy. Opie from Opie and Anthony. Yeah. His mouth is wine-stained. His hair has been attacked with a balloon. And he's always crying about how he doesn't talk to Anthony anymore. CW, hello. Vikings on time. I was starting to think that you were, to be honest. You're welcome, chirp. Yeah, Frank got a chirp. Chirp. Meg Guinevere, it's my all-time favorite streamer. Yay! You got dangerously unclothed. Well, I had to prove to Forest Mommy that my bra was doing all the work. I'm gonna have to catch the replay. You what? What is he doing? Quebec Patriot, hello. Only 7 minutes late. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. Have I been yammering away for like 5 minutes? Huh. Something, I don't really know. Did Cricket have your bra? I actually think, so this is what I think might have happened because I flung it. And I think that like the next morning, out of excitement when Chungus was running around, I think she picked it up and also flung it because she'll do that. If I leave anything on the floor, like there's this like fake snake thing I'll like throw at her every once in a while. And then it'll just kind of hang out and I'll just let her take it and play with it. And every once in a while, it'll be just in the middle of the floor. And she'll be all excited and she'll grab it, like, ah, and then fling it and then keep running. So it's possible that Chungus did that. Look, by the way, that's Cricket. She died. Old Nerdy, hello, hello. I vaguely remember that now. Yeah, I was like arguing with Forest Mommy about my bra. I also was arguing with Tony about the Beach Boys. He didn't answer any of my questions. Oh, he has to watch the replay. I'm an idiot. Viking has to watch the replay of the Scissor Me Timbers. You have to watch it on Rumble. Replay of No Bra. There we go. I'm dumb. We know that. But I figured it out. You proved that it, in fact, was not doing any of the work. I disagree. If I was blackout, unalive myself. Jesus. Oh, geez. Oh, Viking. I'm going to tell you right now, I take everything he says as satire. And sometimes I panic laugh because I really hope it's satire. Ooh. Lounginger. Hello. I like the hair. Thank you. I'm still convinced that my bra was doing the work. So you took it off and nothing changed. You said so yourself, face it, your boobs defy gravity. Oh, I did actually. I do remember that. I do remember being like, oh, wait, they don't look very different. Judge for yourself. I should share the link, but I don't know where it is. I do. I think I do. The panic laugh. I do that. Well, when like Viking or Sam or Mint Julep are here, there's like a it's fun though. Beep, 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 beep. It's the Penelope Show. No, not this one. Hold on. I saw no difference other than my pants got a little tighter. Oh, Frank. Okay, hold on. Okay, I found it. It was 5 hours and 28 minutes. Dude, I'm telling you, my body hates sitting for that long. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, members, did you see? Members, check your emojis. I put new emojis in. I put some members only emojis in today. Yay! Of course, on StreamYard, it doesn't show, but yes. So, oh, yep. I knew the boobs were going to be a hit. I had to put the boobs in there. So, the goofy one, I wish I could pull it up so I could show you. Because there's a close-up dog. That one's Cricket. That was actually a picture I took. She was on top of me trying to wake me up, and I took a picture of her. And then the other one that's a further away one, that one's Chungus. And then of course Penelope. But yeah, so I added those today. I'm gonna keep going through more photos because like there's so much stuff that you just save for no reason. So I'm gonna have to keep going through stuff and see like what other fun pictures we can put in there. And if you guys have suggestions of any like screenshots from certain streams or what have you. If there's certain things that I've shared before, let me know. And so I can put those together. My hot wings are on the way. How come this one took so much less time than it usually does? Maybe I should put a, we need a Taylor's your business, huh? Make this, make screaming lady emoji. Okay. How about the secret squirrel? I don't know what that is. What's a secret squirrel? Screaming lady emoji. Okay. I definitely think that we need a, Taylor's your business. And then, our meme girls from camp. Oh, Shakira Flabbergasted and the wet wipe lady. Okay. Yes, Froggy Chungus. Has anyone seen Froggy Chungus? If you haven't, let me show you. You have short-term memory. I guess so. Secret squirrel. What is a secret squirrel? Oh, the lawyer. Can you use someone else's likeness? I believe if it's already like on the internet as like public property, you can. Like people can use like my image as an emoji if they want to. Unfortunately, there's like nothing really I can do. Beep 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 beep. It's the Penelope. Oh my God, this dog is so cute. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Dude. Look how cute this thing is in her stupid hoodie. She doesn't know how to use her arms in it. Yeah, so the thing is I have to crop them down. So I will resize it down to 1:1. And then we'll use that one. I'm sure there's like a bunch of other like dog pictures I can use, which I will when I find them all. Wet wipe phone emoji for sure. Even if I just like make something that's like just like a wet wipes, I gotta make a call. And you know what? Actually, I was thinking about it the other night when I was looking at the emojis that Zia has for her members. We don't have a please emoji. Backhand needs a please emoji. So maybe I'll make something. Can you make your boob emoji life size? No. It's actually on an episode of those boobs were on an episode of Keanu Cast from I think like May of last year. I think it was her 50th episode of Keanu Cast, or I guess now it's Keanu Live. And it was like towards the end. Michaeline had hiccups and I got up and was like, you gotta do this. And I went right into the camera. And then Keanu zoomed in, so it was just me. So if you're trying to see the in-action version of that emoji, there it is. So we have her to thank. Yeah. Yeah, she yeah, I'm pretty sure it was episode 50. See, Old Nerdy says I have short-term memory, but I fucking remember that. So maybe I only have long-term memory and my short-term memory is jacked because I don't know what a secret squirrel is. Is this like is this something I was involved in? I like though, I asked, and instead of just explaining, instead of just explaining, All you did was shame me, old nerdy. That's very hurtful. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You said secret scroll by accident. When? What are we talking about? Rhea has great memory. She's the Keanu Cast historian. At one point in time, I could tell you like everything that happened on that channel. It's true. I haven't watched very much lately. Sayer of the law. Wait, sometimes your brain probably purchased some early 2K pop lyrics and adds something new. But they come back. They do. It's true. Douglas, what's up? Assistant AG of Rhode Island got arrested on body cam today. Kind of interesting. Backhand, we were just talking about you and how you need a please emoji on Zia's channel. You guys, I have a question. Is this something that you is this something you would be interested in bed?
Amazing. Because you've got that difficulty controlling the chair, got to defend yourself with those attacks. And looking at the technical quality of the jiu-jitsu involved.
Jesus.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, it was.
That was brilliant. That's going to get us pushed on. Quite sure of that.
Over the chair and
Komiyanagi equivalent with the chair.
Tomonagi and does a back somersault on there.
Good Lord.
Finishes it off with a Kimura.
Catch the action all for free. World Games. So I don't know. I feel like perhaps that's something that we need to do like a meetup of. Should we go to the next cripple fight? That's all stunt work exhibition? What does that mean? What do you mean? Chair foo. Chair foo. Oh, man. All right, I want to look at some drugged up dogs. These are all, oh, hold on, let me see something. Oh, the wings are here. That's crazy. That took way less time than usual. Hi, Russell Hall. Wow, it's like watching the crippled masters in real life. I don't know what you mean. But anyway, hold on. I cleared off my desk today, and so I didn't have any like leftover napkins or anything like that because I moved them. And then I opened up the bag. I was putting everything out, and they didn't put any napkins in there. And so I was like, so I went to go grab. I grabbed a couple of cell phones, and then and some paper towels. So, what food did you get? I got hot wings. Well, I didn't get it. Frank ordered it. Courtney sounds like that Mountain Dew commercial. I don't know really where it came from. It just happened. I was trying to give you guys hold music while I was looking something up. It just happened. Did you get from? They're not from Wingstop, but I don't tell anybody where any of my stuff comes from because I don't want to give anybody any ideas where I might live. So. Yeah, I have some cell phones so I can wipe my hands and make a call. Frank, you can keep feeding Courtney now. I have a question, Frank. When you said that you saw that the list was updated, did it tell you that it was disabled? Because I freaking disabled it when I did all that. I also disabled it. Courtney, did you find a cheese site that you and Zia can do a cheese tasting stream? Well, I feel like we can probably either if we want to go fancy, we can still go use that Cheese Brothers website because they have like a bunch of stuff and a lot of different options. Or we can just go like the grocery store route. And so like I'll probably head up the grocery store this week and then look at some stuff and see if she has the same stuff. And all that. Courtney, where do you live? I live in Canada. Yeah. It wasn't disabled. I don't get it. Like I freaking disabled it. Frank broke it. Frank broke it. That's crazy. I disabled it. Oh yeah. Yes, I got even fatter, by the way. I weighed myself today. Oh, buddy. This bitch gained weight and it scared the shit out of me. So I'm hoping my scale broke or something. I don't know. Fingers crossed. But I don't think that is the case. I think I need a bib. Don't disrespect yourself saying you're from that common country. I blame Frank. I mean, he has definitely given me a lot of food. A paper towel is a laptop. Yeah, I got my laptop. I don't have any breathalyzers. This is going to be messy. I'm very scared. Make whatever. I have Boris cerebral palsy. I walk with crutches. Once I was 14, I broke a cheerleader's kneecap on game day. She was a bitch. Funny story, McGuinevere. When I was very little, like just learning how to walk, I whacked my sister over the head with a plastic, like my brother's toy hammer. Like he had like a little tool belt. I was very curious. I went, She was just watching TV and I stood behind her and went, what? She flipped out. So then a few years later, we were about 4. Okay, so this is like probably about 2 years later. Maybe 3 years later. She broke her arm. She had a cast and she got me back. Clocked me over the head. Well, guess what? Not even a whole year after that, I broke my arm. And what did I do? Bopped her over the head. I can't believe how much my arms jiggle when I do that. So when you say hot wings, do you mean spicy or just straight out of the oven hot? A little bit of both. These are like they don't have a buffalo option. These are like a faux buffalo type. It's like the closest to buffalo that you would get, I guess. It being actual buffalo sauce. Muscle is more than fat. That'd be nice if I was building muscle, but I am not. I'm always afraid after I eat hot wings that I'm going to have a microscopic bit of sauce and touch my eye. I'm always afraid that I'm going to hurt the dogs. To be honest, like I have to. Does the assault battle rage to this day? No. It does not. I don't think we've I don't remember the last time I got into a physical altercation with her. I think it ended with the casts. Now we're just like mean, you know? Yeah, like a buffalo foe. Buffalo foe. Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared this is gonna be so messy. The casting couch. Viking, the chat is not your Pornhub search. That'd be really funny though, if that is what happened. Like he accidentally typed that into the when he meant to go into porn. You should take off your shirt so you don't get anything on it. Good idea. That's just how Frank is, you know? You can't. He gets a little pervy when we accept it. See? They're so messy. Nobody said anything about porn except you. Okay, Russell, sometimes I wonder if you're missing brain cells or something. So Viking said the casting couch. And so I was like, oh, this isn't your Pornhub search. I was giving him flack. And then Frank said, you should take off your shirt so you don't get anything on it. I don't know if you know this, but that is, you know, I guess a little pervy. Durr. God, why do I have to think for you? It is so messy. That one got so messy. Time for Google? Why? Just go to Pornhub and type in casting couch. Is that where you still have the issue? Woo! Messy. The dogs are trying to get up here so bad. This isn't very good stream time food. It's not. It's not. We're not going to be able to get to anything if I keep eating it. I'll eat some more in a little bit. I probably finished the plate though. I don't have the space to like put food out because I made space for my dogs. Priorities. Viking! Hold on. Viking. I was talking about where the doctor gives you your cast on the casting couch. I did not get a cast on the casting couch. I was just in a doctor's office. You creep. I hope that's not where you got. Did you ever break your arm and get in a cast there? I hope not. It's a pun. Okay, good. Dan Nouveau, what's up? Forest Mommy! I was just talking about how on Scissor Me Timbers, how we had such a good time. It was 5.5 hours of craziness, and I ended up skipping my Thursday stream because I was really hungover. I was really hungover. I did not feel good. It was very difficult to make it through my morning. Like I was fine by the afternoon, but I didn't feel like doing anything. I missed it. Yeah, I took off my bra and everything, Russell. I had Forest Mom, you insisted that my shirt was a bra, and I was like, no, look. And I took off my bra. I could not believe it was 5 hours when we were ending. I didn't feel like, I know I had so much fun. But like my body, it's so weird. My feet got really swollen, which is like the first time that's ever happened to me when I've like streamed for a long time. My feet were super swollen. I was like, I need to do like a walking pad or something. Cause that was actually, it almost felt like my feet were going to blow up. I couldn't walk. I bet your jaw was tired. No. Yeah, booze is fun, but unproductive. I definitely, well, especially because I don't drink very often. So having 2 bottles of Prosecco the next day, I was like, Thankfully, I always have Tums around for Penelope. She has to have it for her seizure disorder, which is kind of bizarre, but man, so I got up at 4:00 in the morning. My head hurt so bad, and I took some Aleve, and then I had a Tums, and then like half an hour later, I could feel when the Aleve hit my stomach, and it didn't matter how many Tums I had. It was like, gotta come out. So that was cool. And then I managed to like get up and feed the dogs. And then I took a shower and was like, all right, I'm going to sleep until noon. It was worth it. We had so much fun. And I would do it again. We'll even have Tony back on so I can yell at him about the Beach Boys again. He never answered any of my questions though. I think I only had one because he never answered it. Anyway, let me just stay here in silence because I'm looking at all the stuff that we're going to go over. And I'm like, well, I always do this. So I'm like in the mood when I plan a stream and then I start the stream and I'm like, I mean, but do we have to? Like, we could just not, we don't have to, right? Like, do we really want to read the Laura Loomer deposition? Do we need to hear Taylor Schabusiness confess when, like, we already know what she confessed to, right? But I think it's probably interesting to listen to what she has to say in her confession. Oh, my arms are so big. I gained so much weight. This is not good. I have to lose weight. How do I do it? I don't know because I'm a mess. Did she confess to being hilarious? Taylor Swift? No. She confessed a lot of crazy. Did you hear about Ozempic vagina? No. You know what I did hear about though? That one guy that was a journalist in Hollywood and was friends with Gwyneth Paltrow. He took Ozempic, and then he shit in her bed, and then she told everybody about it. Put down the chicken wing. I did, retard. Plagiarism. What? Wait, what's plagiarism? Oh, Frank, you didn't hear about this? Yeah. I remember sharing this with Chrissy and Keanu on Nightlife, I think back in like January. I remember it was already like kind of an old story. Gwyneth Paltrow's friend diarrhea. Yeah, there it is. Ozempic is changing the appearance of the vagina, making it more lippy. I'm trying to be respectful. I don't understand how Ozempic is doing all of this on its own. Like when people get, Ozempic face. Apparently people are like, people are going blind, but like, I don't get, how is it, excuse me, how is it altering the people's looks so much? Okay, you guys want to hear about this? Gwyneth Paltrow breaks silence on socialite who fled her Hamptons home after catastrophic diarrhea incident. This was updated in March of 2025. Oh, no. Well, okay. Gwyneth Paltrow has finally addressed the rumors Derek Blasberg lost control of his bowels in a bed in her Hamptons home last summer. Gwyneth Paltrow, 52, didn't rush to deny the anecdote when it came up during her interview with Vanity Fair and was described as appearing pained and communicating with existential cringe as she addressed it. Paltrow kept her comments brief, and Blasberg was not named in the article. Okay, they completely, no, this is way different from the article that we read earlier this year. It's not Ozempic. That's what he told everyone. Oh, no. Russell Hall, how's the quest for Adderall progressing? I don't know. I'm still poor. I should look into that. Honestly, the Adderall is what we need in life. Fake news. No, this happened. It's just that when they updated it in March of 2025, I think they based it off of the interview that they were reading. So we need, okay, this one is from July of 2024. Okay. Because they were talking about how she was like, she told Oprah, she told Larry David, and I remember joking with Keanu about how Keanu was like, yeah, you could probably trust Larry David. And I was like, but sort of. Like, you can trust that his intentions are to not share it. But I feel like he's one of those that would accidentally tell everybody on accident, like just by complete accident. Okay, Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow horrified by Derek Blasberg's alleged diarrhea incident. The Oscar-winning actress and wellness guru was reportedly left reeling after her friend Blasberg had made a hasty exit from her Hamptons home after losing control of his bowels and leaving an unsightly mess in her bed. According to the Daily Mail, a source shared that Gwyneth was horrified by the incident and feels bad about it, but hopes that they'll eventually laugh over it sometime soon. No. However, their friendship may not be the same as it used to be for the foreseeable future. Gwyneth would like to eventually laugh about this with Derek, but currently there's still much embarrassment. Yeah, that's because you told the world, dum-dum. That's why. He's not going to laugh with you about it if you told everybody that you possibly could. They both know that if they're ever seen together, if he ever returns to her house, they go out to dinner, it will be the only thing people will be talking about. Because you told everybody. What was the incident all about? News of the embarrassing incident hit popular gossip newsletter Pop Bitch as a blind item last month, with the claim that Paltrow was left with the task of cleaning up after she cleaned up. Please. She didn't clean up anything. No, it was her housekeeper. Hello. Cleaning up after a then unnamed guest for their Ozempic-induced diarrhea. The story goes that a recent house guest of Gwynny's catastrophically shit themselves in bed while staying there, then fled back to the city before they had to face the music. I mean, I would do that. If it was Gwyneth Paltrow's house, yeah. The report further noted that the scandal had become the Hampton set's favorite piece. Hold on. Okay. Favorite piece to gossip. Favorite piece of gossip to text to each other. Girl, and she thinks that they're going to be able to laugh about it. They added Ozempic-induced diarrhea is becoming a very hot topic of conversation between hosts there because so many of their guests are using it. So expect laundrettes to be fully booked from July 4th. Jeez. Insiders later told the Daily Mail that the culprit was, in fact, Blasberg, who blamed it on a side effect of using Ozempic before leaving Gwyneth Paltrow's home. What is left of Gwyneth Paltrow and Derek Blasberg's friendship? Oh, I would never talk to... Yeah, Consuela is the real victim here. Well, and Derek Blasberg. You know what I mean? Like, she told everybody that he had diarrhea. You don't tell anybody that. The unfortunate gastrointestinal incident had threatened to upend the years-long friendship between the Oscar-winning actress and the renowned fashion journalist, but the insider who spoke to the Daily Mail suggested that it most likely wouldn't get to that. Yes, it will, because she told everybody. She told everybody. It is not that they aren't friends and won't be friendly with each other in the future. It is just a bit difficult, and they both realize some time should pass before they hang out again. The likelihood of them being friends in the future is pretty good. She has moved on from worse events in her life. It's not the event that is causing a problem, though. The source added that Paltrow and her circle have since found humor in the whole story, shutting down claims that she was being seen as a snitch. She told everybody. She thought that it was horrifying at first, but has since found the humor in it and has had a good laugh about it. That's easy for you to say. You're not the one who had diarrhea. Most of Gwyneth's friends think it is shockingly hilarious and gross, but they aren't thinking differently about Gwyneth. You don't need to be thinking about... Why would you think differently about Gwyneth? You should be... First of all, you should be thinking differently about Gwyneth because she obviously is going to tell you about every embarrassing experience that you have if she's around. Secondly, Derek Blasberg is the one who had the embarrassing situation, not her. Why would they think differently of her? The only reason why they think differently of her is because they would be like, oh my God, don't trust her with anything. Don't trust Gwyneth Paltrow with anything. It wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow who leaked the story of Blasberg's alleged diarrhea incident. Oh, really? The Iron Man actress came under fire after news of the incident found its way out of the closed enclave of her Hampton set. Hampton set or home? However, she was seemingly exonerated when a new blind item from the same gossip newsletter suggested she wasn't the one who leaked the information. Ever since the Phantom Hamptons crapper? I just put crapper. Was unveiled as celebrity barnacle. Derek Blasberg. I would not want to be called a celebrity barnacle. Holy crap. Gwyneth Paltrow has come in for quite a bit of flack, it read. Society types are appalled she'd break a cardinal rule of hosting and blab about her guest gastrointestinal indiscretion. Geez. But in fairness to Gwynny, the leak may not have been her. The news outlet explained that Paltrow was lunching with Oprah Winfrey and Jerry Seinfeld when her irate housekeeper called, shouting about the horrors she'd discovered, yelling about how much she hates the fucking friend of hers, and the most damning complaining about the tip had been left at the scene of the crime. A source told the Daily Mail that the actress turned businesswoman does feel bad that it got out there and everyone in the world knows about it, but it will pass. It's still her fault that it got out there because she should have taken her phone call privately instead of so that nobody would hear the phone call. Because and also like who told then? Jerry Seinfeld? Oprah Winfrey? Who out of those two told? It was you. Because nobody is linked to be like, okay, by the way, Oprah told us that this happened at Gwyneth Paltrow's house. Gwyneth Paltrow came under fire for her starvation diet. Okay. The rest of it is we don't care. But yeah, no. So Gwyneth Paltrow told everybody that her friend had diarrhea. Diarrhea, cha cha cha. Diarrhea, cha cha cha. Old poop snitch Paltrow. Maybe she changed up the story and it really was her. I don't know. Did she light one of her vagina candles to cover the smell? Oh, God. I wonder how they got the smell out. Because you can't just launder the bedding, you know? Coke is cut with laxatives. Pfft, what is this, the 80s? It's cut with fentanyl now. Hello. OMG, hi JC. What's the deal with all these celebs shitting the bed after taking Ozempic? Ugh. So Russell Hall with another $2. So basically she had a train spotting event. I don't know. I'm not familiar. I'm sorry. Ew, maybe she'll make a candle for a friend now. Gross. Like a poop candle? Or do you mean like make a candle for the friend to use to cover up poop smell? I wonder if if that's the only incident he experienced. At that point, you got to burn the room down. Yeah, I would say like burn the house down and just start over. A poop candle? Mm-mm. Mm-mm, I hate that. I hate that. You haven't seen Train Spotting? No, I've seen like 8 movies in my life. You didn't know this, Russell? Yeah, I've seen like the only 6 Star Wars movies in existence: The Birdcage and Triumph of the Will. Actually, I haven't seen Triumph of the Will yet, but I feel like I should watch that before I watch Train Spotting. South Park movie too. Oh yeah. That's true. I have seen the South Park movie like 500 times. Does anybody know the scene I'm talking about? No. You ever see Stand By Me? I don't know. I think I did when I was little. Courtney doesn't watch anything without Hayden in it. I have seen actually quite a few of his movies. I'm not gonna lie. There's one, I can't remember the name of it. What the hell was the name of it? It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Hayden. Oops. Crash. Movie. Little Italy. Not good. Not a fan. I wanted to like it, but I was like, where's Anakin Skywalker? No, I just didn't really like it. Russell Howell, $2. Fine. Look up Train Spotting Sick Boy Bed Sheets. No, I'm gonna barf. Courtney has had to have seen Bring It On. I have, yes. And Legally Blonde. And Next Friday. Yeah. Life as a House. Yes, I have seen that. You know what else I've seen that I really liked? Jeremiah Johnson. Oh, and Awake. I remember that. It's a pretty gnarly scene. Well, I'm not going to watch it. So like 12 movies now. I have seen more than 8 movies, but I don't watch movies on a regular basis. And I don't remember a lot of the movies I've seen. But also I just haven't seen a lot of movies. So there's that. She also doesn't know who's an actor. No, I don't. But who is? Like, who is like a famous actor right now? Like who, like a popular actor? You know, like who is an actor? You know what I mean? Like somebody relevant right now, not, you know, dang it. Oh, Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal is like I don't understand why he's relevant. He's the worst. He's so annoying. Ryan Gosling's still like with it. I mean, I guess he was Ken in the Barbie movie. Daniel Day-Lewis, he is like right now. Is he cool with the kids? You know what I mean? Is he like cool? Is he hip? Timothy Chalamet. Okay, that's like a yeah, like he's relevant and like the kids really like him. With the young people, they're like, oh my god, he's so cool. Is Courtney asking who the new heartthrob is? Not necessarily. I just want to know. Like Tom Cruise, crazy, but he knows movies. But is he like cool? Like the kids are like, oh my god, because like okay, when I was a kid, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio was super popular. But like George Clooney was all over the place, but he wasn't like cool with the kids. Whereas Leonardo DiCaprio was like cool with the kids. Whereas, you know, everyone just I knew George Clooney was a thing, but he wasn't, you know, he wasn't that cool. He like old people liked him. Okay. Okay. Right. So they're like relevant and in movies, but it's like old people like them. So like, what are you doing here? Chris Pratt. Okay, is he cool with the young people? I thought everyone hated him because he was Christian. Like he's a Christian and he like divorced Anna Faris. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the greatest actors. George Clooney was terrible. Ryan Reynolds because of Deadpool. The kids think he's cool? Okay, I don't know. Jared Leto? Yikes. That's scary. Have you heard about all the stuff going on with Jared Leto? Ooh, oh. With the cult and stuff and like the YouTubers are probably what's cool with kids. Hollywood actors feel less relevant. That's true. But you still have like a Sydney Sweeney and like Zendaya. I guess Tom Holland then, because Zendaya is sleeping with him. Channing Tatum? I don't know. I'm asking you. Probably not. He's old. Magic Mike was like 15 years ago. Old. He's old. But like Timothy Chalamet, I feel like is like a really good example. Like young people are like, he's cool, you know? Kai Cenat, cover of Time magazine. You know who else was on the cover of Time magazine? Take a guess. All right, then Justin Bieber. What? Okay, K-Max, I think you're too old for this. Austin Butler. I've never heard of that guy. I think I kind of knew who that guy was. Well, I mean, that's the point of it, though. Like, I don't know. He played Elvis, right? Yeah, okay, he played Elvis. Foot in the grave, old. Yeah. something. I was on a tangent and then I got distracted by the Austin Butler situation. Poop Hoarder Girls cover of Time? No. Are we old now? I'm old. I'm old as hell. You guys, you don't know who was on the cover of Time magazine back in like the 30s? Hello. He liked dogs. He was a vegetarian. You really? Finally, someone's figuring it out. Courtney's great grandpa. He had a thing for train rides, big ovens, group showers. Mustached Austrian man. Yeah. He was on the cover of Time magazine, folks. Charlie Chaplin. Close. Charlie Chaplin. I mean, kind of. Pile of shoes. Yeah, that's another hint. I mean, wait, I was close. Yeah, well, they look the same. So there's that. Jeffrey Epstein was alive in the 30s and was vegetarian and liked trains. I don't think any of that lines up. So, who will be 2025's Time Magazine Person of the Year? Chungus. Oh, that'd be cute, huh? In her little frog sweater. I love her. I forgot Time Magazine was a thing. Me too. According to Scarlett, yes, he was alive then, just like Hitler is alive now to her. Yeah, she was hoping to meet him sometime soon, right? That'd be Dog of the Year. All right, but you know what? She's a person to me. Might ever think about that? We're an hour in and we have not covered a single topic, and I kind of don't feel like it. But I vote Chungus. Yeah, see? Chungus should be Time Magazine's Person of the Year. She's so perfect. They're sleeping by my feet. My answer to who's new and cool, I'd say Austin Butler. I heard he was dating Vanessa Hudgens, right? Did he date her? Oh, okay. Because I have this like vague memory that like he dated Vanessa Hudgens at the same time Cole Sprouse was dating that girl on Riverdale. What the fuck was her name? She played Betty, okay? And then they broke up because he was quarantining with Kaya Gerber, who is Cindy Crawford's beyond beautiful daughter. Okay. Like he was painting a fence with her and stuff. Like it's COVID and everyone's like, we're quarantining. And you pick not your girlfriend. That's fucking crazy. That's absolutely insane. What? Yeah, I'd be burning some houses down. So then around that same time though, Vanessa Hudgens was dating Austin Butler and then they broke up and I think she's married now. But they broke up and things were still a bit fresh and he was seen out and about while he was promoting that Elvis movie. He was seen out and about with Kaya Gerber, who again is, I didn't know that somebody could be like hotter than Cindy Crawford, but it happened. Holy shit, that girl is stunning. It makes me kind of want to just jump off a bridge. Like, what's the point? Okay, yeah, nah. Whatever. She's beautiful. So I knew that. Plotbot comes in with a hot take. Cat. Cat. You've got a point, Plotbot. I've missed you, Plotbot. Vikings, still kings, still boating. That's a bar. Laura Loomer's story is one I'm most interested in. So if one topic is discussed, that would be the one. Shall we? Well, okay. So this originally, I just saw this clip or this little like screenshot from Laura Loomer of the deposition. And I said, I'm sorry, what? And then I saw other screenshots and I said, what? And thankfully I found somebody linked a website and did cite one of the quotes. So, but here is a screenshot, and we'll go over the full deposition in a minute. But here's a screenshot from this deposition with Laura Loomer. I didn't even know that there was a deposition going on or what it was about. I just immediately saw this is an actual excerpt from the deposition. It says, Ms. Bulger, can we mark this as exhibit wherever we're at? The reporter, 31. Ms. Bulger, 31, please. Exhibit 31. Exhibit 31 was marked for identification. Witness, several of President Trump's staff have told me in confidence that Lindsey Graham is gay. Ms. Bulger, hold on, Ms. Loomer. There's no question. So I thought this was also like that excerpt that we read from Kamala Harris's book that wasn't real. I was like, excuse me, what? But this is a oh man, I'm missing Mint Julep. Why don't you go watch her stream? No, I'm just kidding. If Colton will come back. I do miss both Colton and Mint Julep. If they could show up, that'd be cool. I Googled Kaya Gerber. She needs treat stream. She's way too thin. I believe she's like a model or something. She's so beautiful, though. Okay, so this here says in the middle, in the United States District Court, Middle District of Florida, Laura Loomer versus Bill Maher. And it says defendants. Plaintiff Laura Loomer hereby objects to Magistrate Judge Philip R. Lemons, Magistrate Lemons, July 17th, 2025, protective order regarding confidentiality and restrictions on the use of discovery material, ECF number 99. I don't know what any of that means. I'm sorry. A full hearing and oral argument is respectfully necessary before the presiding judge, the Honorable James Moody, on these issues, as plaintiff has not yet been afforded the opportunity to address Judge Moody directly on these discovery matters. So wait, the discovery issue is regarding confidentiality and restrictions. Okay, I just don't know what the discovery material is, but she's trying to have like restrictions put on them. Okay. Okay, plaintiff previously moved to have discovery-related issues referred back to Judge Moody because the obstructionist and dilatory tactics of counsel for defendants, which are intentionally calculated to needlessly run up time and costs, have severely crippled plaintiff financially. Plaintiff has already been brought to her knees financially. This is very weird verbiage. Because of the highly offensive, outrageous, false, malicious, and defamatory statements published by the defendants and now counsel for defendants, who have scores of attorneys and millions of dollars to burn through, are trying to capitalize on this by bearing plaintiff with needless motions practice to try to coerce her into dismissing her case. Unfortunately for defendants, plaintiff will not capitulate to these tactics. I I like that she's saying this, but then on the record, she insists that she's heard that other people said that James Lindsay was gay. What? This is crazy. Who is under investigation? I don't really think there's like an investigation in this because it's a civil suit. Like investigations usually it's like in criminal. In this particular case, like you collect evidence for discovery. And you like request certain like pieces of information for discovery. But it wouldn't be investigation. Evidence of this is found in the defendant's protective order, which will certainly lead to needless motions due to how overly broad and vague it is. Regrettably, the defendant's proposed protective order appears to have been adopted wholesale by Magistrate Lamons, who has throughout this case shown a predisposition to the positions of the defendants. This is perhaps most evident in his having denied plaintiff the right to have her own deposition made publicly available to try to mitigate the great harm. I'm speaking really weird right now. Sorry. Okay. Her own deposition made publicly available to try to mitigate the great harm and damage inflicted on her by defendants Marr and HBO. And then ordering compliance with his order on motions to compel before even the time to object would otherwise run. Clearly, forcing plaintiff to comply with the compel order before objections were timely filed would moot out any objection and thus make no sense. However, this has not stopped counsel for defendants from threatening to move for contempt, part and parcel of their modus operandi of needlessly driving up time and costs and threatening, harassing, and browbeating plaintiff, which occurred at her deposition Exhibit A, because they see her as an extension of President Trump, whom they loathe. In this regard, counsel for defendants at Davis Wright Tremaine have proudly advertised having represented anti-Trump lawsuits. This was true when they represented ABC and George Stephanopoulos. I always forget George Stephanopoulos is a real person. I hear George Stephanopoulos, I'm like, oh, Big Bird's friend. Why is Big Bird here in court? Anyway, in a case where they were defendants in a defamation action brought by President Trump over false published statements that President Trump had been found liable for rape. Yeah, he wasn't found liable for rape. It was sexual assault. They actually found him not liable for rape. Okay. Do we want to get to the meat and potatoes of this, or do we want to keep going over this particular page? Let me see something here. We are on page 3. There's 228 pages. So do we want to just go through as many pages as we can and then we'll pick back up next time? What say you, crowd? Do we want to just keep going through this, or do we want to skip ahead to... Okay, so we got the exhibits. And then it looks like proceedings, the videographer. Good morning. So that starts on page 12. You're thinking of Snuffleupagus. Yeah, Snuffleupagus. I'm like, oh, George Snuffleupagus. I don't even know how to say his name. And I'm like, oh, Snuffleupagus. What the fuck is he doing here? The defendant is nearby ordered to apply the oral cavity to the gluteus maximus of the plaintiff under the supervision of an appointed officer of the court. See Alley versus Foreman. Oh my God. Okay, so what do we want to do here though? Do we want to just skip ahead to the actual deposition, or we want to go over the next like 10 pages of explaining what's going on? There are a few pages where it just is like exhibit and it's like a text from this person and that's it. It doesn't say what the text is. It's just like text from Reba, text message sent, Miss Green tweet, tax returns. Like it doesn't say anything. So there's a little bit of that. Skip ahead. Okay, you're the only person who's answering me, Guinevere. So if anybody wants to complain, it's their problem. Okay, here we are on page 12. It says proceedings, the videographer. Okay, proceedings, the videographer. Good morning. We are going to record. Okay, I need to move this a little bit. Sorry. Okay. So the videographer says, good morning. We are going to record on June 4th. June? I thought it was July. No, wait, it's not July. On June 4th, 2025, and the time on the video monitor is 10:11 a.m. This is media unit number 1 of the video recorded deposition of Laura Loomer. This is the matter of Laura Loomer versus Bill Maher and Home Box Office, Inc. This is in the United States District Court for the Middle District of Florida. Case number 52. Oh, geez. The location of this deposition is, okay, that's neat. My name is, it's a boy, sorry. My name is David Campbell, representing Veritext, and I'm the videographer. The court reporter today is Samuel Pashon, also with Veritext. Counsel, will you please identify yourselves for the record, after which the reporter will please swear in the witness and we can proceed. Mr. Clayman. Larry Clayman of the Clayman Law Group on behalf of Laura Loomer, plaintiff. Ms. Bulger. Catherine Bulger from the 009 law firm. What? Okay, anyway. From the law firm of Davis Wright Tremaine on behalf of the defendants. And with me this morning are my colleague Lexi Perloff Giles and Jessica Davidovich. Anyway, Davidovich, who's in counsel at Home Box Office. Swear in the witness? The reporter. Ms. Loomer, please raise your right hand, whereupon Laura Loomer, called as witness, and having been first duly sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, was examined and testified as follows. The reporter. You may proceed. Mr. Clayman. Yes, I just want to put this on the record that with the exception of income tax materials which were provided to you, this deposition will be on the public record. We're not claiming any confidentiality in that regard, so I would respectfully request the court reporter, if he get into tax information, have a separate transcript for that as well as going on a separate video for that. But everything is public. We're not claiming any confidentiality. Examination by Ms. Bulger. Ms. Loomer, we've met before, but my name is Kate Bulger. This is crazy because we're on page 13, and that moment that I went over was on page 154. So we're definitely going to be going over this for like a while. When did they tell WrestleMania? Oh, well, we're not getting to that because there was another request. Okay, Miss Loomer, we've met before, but my name is Kate Bulger, as you know, and I represent the defendants in this case. Have you ever been deposed? Oh, sorry. Have you ever been deposed before? That's a slightly clunky sentence. Loomer says yes. And when were you deposed? And she says, I believe it was last year. I think it was last March, and it was for, I believe, a malpractice case. Okay. Okay, were you a party to the litigation? Yes, I filed a malpractice case. And who did you file a malpractice case against? Against a former lawyer, Ron Coleman, who at one point represented me in a lawsuit I filed against CAIR, the Council on American Islamic Relations. Wait, is that the Ron Coleman? Like Ron Coleman, like the lawyer. Like I follow him on Twitter, like the Ron Coleman? What? Okay. And has that litigation come to conclusion? No, it has not. What is the status, if you know? I believe just a few days ago, their motion to dismiss was struck down, and it's about to proceed to trial. Okay. Have you been deposed in any other litigation other than that one? No. Great. Well, let me give you some ground rules before we go. Obviously, I ask you questions, you give me answers. You should try not to talk over each other. And if you can please remember to use oral responses rather than nodding your head or shaking your head. That's easier for Samuel to take down. You can just say, Court reporter. All right. Okay, I do tend to talk quickly. It is just how I talk. If it is too quick, just say to me, "Hey, you're going too quickly," and I will try to slow down. If you're confused by a question, you can ask me and I will restate it for you. Mr. Clayman may from time to time object to a question. That means he doesn't like the form of the question or he has some problem with the question itself, but you can still answer unless Mr. Clayman directly instructs you not to answer the question. Does that all make sense to you? What? If the lawyer objects to a question being asked a certain way, then you don't answer. Why the hell would you object if oh man. I don't know if she knows what she's doing. Okay. Did you do anything to prepare for this deposition? Yes. What did you do? I reviewed my case, reviewed all the filings and the lawsuit and had conversations with my lawyer. Okay. And your lawyer being Mr. Clayman in this case? Yes. How long did you meet with Mr. Clayman? We met this morning, just a couple hours. Met yesterday just to review ground rules for deposition and this morning at breakfast. Didn't you just say this morning? Okay, so how about how many hours do you think it was? It's probably with like breaks and everything in between. And of course, it wasn't the only thing we discussed because he's, my lawyer in my other litigation as well. I'd say probably about 5 hours. Okay, did you look at any documents? Yes, I reviewed the complaint. Okay, did you talk to anyone else at all about the deposition today? I mean, it's public, right? So people know that I have a deposition today, but I only spoke with my attorney about the details of my deposition. But it is public. It's in the media. It's been widely publicized. By whom was it widely publicized? The media. People know that there's a deposition. It's a high profile case. And I also, given the fact that, I'm a journalist and this takes me away from my work as a journalist, I let everybody know that I'd be offline today because I have a deposition. And how did you let everyone know that? On my account on X. You didn't quite answer my question, which was, did you talk to anyone else about the deposition? So would you answer that question? Objection. Ms. Boger says, have you had any conversation with anyone else about this deposition? Objection, relevancy, not a valid objection. You may answer. Well, that's not for you to decide. The witness, I've only spoken to my attorney about the deposition, but as I said before, I'm followed by millions of people online, and there are millions of people who know that I have a deposition today. She has millions of followers? A journalist. I know that's what I said. Were you at the White House yesterday? Yes. Okay. Who did you speak to at the White House? I had a meeting with Vice President J.D. Vance. Did you speak to anybody else at the White House? Just security and his staff. Okay. Did you mention to J.D. Vance that you were being deposed today? Objection, relevancy. I'm not going to discuss my conversations. I think it's inappropriate to discuss my conversations, but no, I did not talk about my deposition. Did you talk about this lawsuit with Mr. Vance yesterday? No, I did not. Did you talk about my law firm with Mr. Vance yesterday? No, I did not. Oh, someone's salty. Someone's mad because JD Vance didn't hear about your law firm. Oh, girl. You know that's what it is. Did you talk to anybody at security about this deposition? No, I did not. Did you talk to anybody in Mr. Vance's staff about this deposition today? No, I did not. Same continuing objection with relevancy. Did you talk to anybody, Mr. Vance's staff, about this lawsuit? No, I did not. But obviously, because this is a widely publicized case that the media has reported on, I'm just now hearing about this, though. Granted, I've muted and blocked a bunch of people, so it's probably my fault. Given your client's defamation of me and the fact that he is a well-known Trump hater, it is well known that this lawsuit is ongoing. And so it's not unreasonable that many people, including, members of the White House, are probably aware of this lawsuit. Oh, what is your basis for believing that members of the White House are aware of this lawsuit? Because it's been reported by many media outlets. It is? Maybe I just don't. Well, I don't really care for the media, but what? Have you spoken about this? Or have you spoken to anybody in the White House about this lawsuit? No. Have you spoken to any staff member of anybody in the White House about this lawsuit? Not about the lawsuit. But again, members, but again, members, staff in the White House are aware that the lawsuit is ongoing. How do you know that? Because it's directly relates to President Trump. And so I'm confident that his staff would be aware of a high profile lawsuit involving one of his biggest critics who falsely accused me of having sex with the president of the United States, which is also falsely accusing the president of committing adultery against his wife, our first lady. So I'm confused because you're certain that the White House is aware of this, but you claim you haven't spoken to anybody else. Can you please of anybody in the White House staff? Well, it's my objection, wait. I'm not done asking my question. And it's just wait. I'm not done asking my question. I get to ask my question. There's more than one question. It's compound. I'm confused. What are you testifying? What are you testifying is that you don't think you've spoken to anybody about this, but you're sure they're aware. Yes, it's my belief. And I'm asking you, it's the best of my belief, Miss Loomer. I'm answering your question. No, you're not. But she is. Dude, this is why you just say yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Like you don't get like detailed with it. You don't get detailed with it because otherwise they're going to do this kind of crap. Okay, let's see here. It's my best. You're not. It's my best belief that people, Miss Loomer, the way this is going to work going forward is the reporter, one at a time, please. Then I'm going to ask a question. You're going to wait for me to finish it. Yeah. Then I'm going to hear your answer. Yep. That's how this works. I answered your question. You don't like my answer. So I'm going to do it again. Go ahead. And you're going to respond. Go ahead. I now request by Ms. Bulger, you have testified that, yes, you didn't talk to anybody in the White House, but you're certain they know about it. Okay. How do you reconcile those two things if you haven't spoken to anybody about this case? That's 4 questions, compound question, inappropriate question. Please don't badger my witness. You're being very aggressive, more than aggressive. You're being, frankly, disrespectful. She did answer the question though. Like, that's what I don't understand with this is that she answered the question. She was like, yeah, I didn't talk to anybody about this. This is a high profile case. And so like people talk and it does include Donald Trump. So I would assume that they're aware because they're aware of his lawsuit, like involving him. Ms. Loomer, please answer the question. I suppose I can't read their mind, but given the fact that President has a very active communications team that monitors all news headlines about President Trump, it's my best belief that they're aware of the fact that this lawsuit is ongoing and are likely aware that I have this deposition today. I mean, it's been widely reported. You said, and I posted about it on my social media, and most of the president's staff follow me on social media. You said this. Wait, you have said that this deposition was well publicized. It was well publicized by you. Correctly, correct? I have a right to defend myself, and I have a right to fight back against Bill Maher's sexist, misogynist, and malicious comments about me that are obviously defamatory. He falsely accused me of having sex with the president, and as a result, I've been subjected to a lot of harassment. It threatens my safety, and so yes, I publicized the fact that I'm suing Bill Maher and his enabler, HBO, and I have a right to do that. You said you publicized it on X, is that right? Yes, that's my social media. And when you publicized this time, did you put a link to your Give, Send, Go? Yeah, of course. I'm not a millionaire like Bill Maher. I'm not worth billions of dollars like HBO. And my tax records prove that, which you have. Those are confidential, of course. I'm not rich. I'm not ashamed that I'm not rich. I'm not a wealthy woman, and I have a lot of supporters. And people know in this country that there's lawfare, weaponized lawfare, weaponized lawfare is what your law firm specializes in. You represent the biggest Trump haters. She's really answering this one. You recently had to settle with President Trump. You represented George Stephanopoulos. Here Stephanopoulos again in a defamation case. You falsely accused president of being a rapist, I believe, right? That's your firm. Me? Well, your firm represented George Stephanopoulos, and you guys had to settle, which surely you had to give the president $15 million to his presidential library because you advertise that you actually go out of your way. Your law firm solicits Trump haters and Democrats who spread lies about the president, including the Steele dossier, which is the lie paid for by Trump's opposition, lies that he's a rapist. Oh, geez. You represent CNN, which has also spread lies about the president, lies about me. And so, of course, I have a right to defend myself, and I have every right to post a link to my Give, Send, Go to ask my supporters to help me cover the cost of this very expensive litigation. So, Ms. Loomer, my question that got that speech was actually, did you post a Give, Send, Go link, which is a yes or no question? Yes, I posted it. So it's fine that you get to answer the questions however you want, but just so you know, if you continue to answer the questions in a way, in that way, time and again, I will bring you back for a second day of deposition. Mr. Clayman, well, because that's a waste of my time. That's not for you to decide, Ms. Bulger. You have 7 hours. My next question is, what is your email? You have 7 hours. Stop for a second. What is your, one at a time, please? Yeah, stop for a second. Okay, I want to object, badgering the witness. Yeah, okay. To the arrogance and belligerency here. There's no pending question. And you do not have the right to make a decision whether she comes back or not. There's no pending question. There was a pending question. She asked, what's your email? And nobody answered. So he objected. What? Wow. Wow. This lady is either really dumb or really manipulative. There is a pending question. He's objecting. Mr. Clayman, the judge will, yes, I'm asking you. Ms. Loomer, what's your email address? That was the pending question. Mr. Clayman, I'm asking, wait a second, I'm not done. What is your, yes, you are. Wow. I'm asking you. And then Ms. Bulger asks, what is your email address, Ms. Loomer? Mr. Clayman, I'm not done. Ms. Bulger, Ms. Loomer, what is your email address? So then Laura Loomer answers, well, I'm not going to dox myself publicly. There has to be some kind of protection so that I don't get publicly harassed. Your lawyer just gave a whole speech about how this is going to be public, but if you'd like, I agree to keep this confidential. Yeah. So what is your email address? Wait a second here. I'll give that to you. There's no reason she can't answer the question. I'll keep it confidential. Oh my God. I'm not going to put this on public record here. Wow. I agree with you. It doesn't have to go on public record. We'll have a separate record. We'll have separate record. Okay. It doesn't have to go on public record. All right, fine. What's your email address? Mr. Clayman, not here. We're going to have a separate. No, you're answering the question. No, don't answer. Okay. Don't answer. I'm sorry. You're actually instructing the witness not to answer. Correct. The question is, what is your email address? Correct. After I've agreed to keep it confidential. No, what I said was no, I've agreed to keep it confidential. Miss Loomer, please let me talk, Miss Bulger. What is your email address? Oh my God. Why is she refusing to say her email address? She doesn't want it on public record. She doesn't want this is a public record. And so her lawyer is saying don't answer it because they don't want it on public record. And what I want to know is, why do they need to know what the email address is? They didn't. Why doesn't she lay a foundation for that to explain why it would be that she needs the email address? Let me talk, all right? Don't be rude to me like you were in the last deposition. Don't yell at me, Mr. Clayman. I'm not yelling at you. You're yelling at my client, okay? Don't yell at me, Mr. Clayman. You can ask all those questions. That will be a separate record that you can ask. Just keep them and we'll answer those questions. And I want the answer now. And good Lord. And then he said, we'll keep the answers in a confidential record. No, it's confidential. You're going to mess up this record. What's your email address? No. Do not answer. Mr. Clayman, you're instructing the witness. No. Wow. You're instructing the witness not to answer what her email address is. I said to you, I don't want apples and oranges here. We can go in a separate record. You don't get to decide this. This is my record. Wow. And then she asks again, what is your email address, Miss Loomer? No, don't answer that. Okay, I'll take that to the judge. Please do. Is it your general practice to be truthful when you send emails? Yes. What is your telephone number? Same thing. That will be on a separate record if you want to ask her. It will not. This is my deposition. Does this person, does she not understand what she's doing? What a psychotic nut job. It was already explained because of like information that was already provided in discovery that was specifically supposed to be in that was supposed to be confidential, so it wasn't supposed to be put in the public record. It was established at the top of this. This lawyer, this Miss Bulger, is like already established. Like there's certain information here that we're not going to have on public record, and then he keeps saying she said we have a separate record that will be private, and this information will be there. And so he keeps saying this needs to be in the separate private record. It can't be public. And she goes, I want this in my record. Wow, what a scummy sleazeball. This is my okay, so it'll be on a separate record if you want to ask her. It will not. This is my deposition. All right, don't answer that. Okay, I will tell the judge that you will not allow me to get the basic information about a plaintiff who chose to bring a lawsuit in federal court. And you have been grandstanding about this, about how this is public, Mr. Clayman. And that will be a lie, okay? Because we said we'll go in a separate record. We'll break it up. Do you send text messages, Miss Loomer? Stop. We'll go on a separate record. Wow. Do you send text messages, Miss Loomer? Yes, I text. Okay. Do you text on your phone? Yes. Do you use Facebook Messenger? No, I don't have a Facebook account. Is that because you were banned? Yes. Do you use Signal? I'm a journalist, occasionally. Okay. Do you use WhatsApp? Occasionally. Do you instant message people on X? It's called a DM, but yes. Thanks for the correction. How do you communicate with President Trump? Well, sometimes some of his staff will relay messages. How did they relay those messages? They'll call me. Sometimes there's been several times that the president has called me from called me from the phone of his staff. He has said his staff call me. The president does not use email. I do not email the president. Do you text him? I text his staff. What app do you use to text with his staff? I just use regular text. How many times have you spoken to the president on the phone? Numerous times. Mr. Clayman, indefinite is the time. What? Indefinite is the time. Objection. How many times have you spoken to the president on the phone? I don't know. I mean, I know I've known the president for several years, so I would say several times. Objection on relevancy, continuing objections as well. Many times. Sorry, many times. Okay, what is many times? Would you say more than 100? No. Would you say more than 50? Same objection, continuing relevancy. No, not more than 50. Okay, how about 50? Perhaps, but definitely not more than that. Like I said, I communicate mostly with staff or have, it's mostly staff. Okay, so you said that I just want to make sure that I'm getting this right. You said that sometimes the staff calls you and sometimes the president calls you through his staff. Is that correct? Yeah, because it's the president of the United States. Just going to be, calling people. Like communications are protected when you're the president. And so for the national security purposes, for, purposes of protecting people's communication devices. And so, the way it works is if somebody calls you, generally they call on like a staff phone or on a designated phone, it's the president. So you said you've spoken to the president about 50 times. Is that separate from conversations you've had with the president's staff? Objection. Testimony speaks for itself. I didn't finish my question. I thought you did. Is it separate for you said you spoke to the president about 50 times? Is that separate from conversations you've also had with the president's staff? Objection, relevancy, continuing. The witness, I wouldn't say that it's been 50 direct conversations with the president. You asked how many or how those communications take place. And sometimes they take place through staff. And so it's a combination. Ms. Bulger. Okay. How many times have you texted the president with the staff or texted with president's staff? Probably the same amount. Okay. So an additional 50 times? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, these are people I've known for, several years. So when did you I've been involved in conservative media and conservative politics for about 12 years. And so I've known this staff for a very long time. What social media accounts do you use? Well, it's been widely publicized that I've been banned on social media for speaking truth and supporting the president. And everybody knows that there's, coordinated censorship against the president and his supporters. Okay, well, answer the question. There's 228 pages of this. I know. And we are on page 24. Whew, yeah. We're definitely going to have to find a good stopping point sometime soon. This is crazy. This has been documented extensively in congressional hearings, lawsuits, testimony by social media executives themselves, and who admitted that the FBI worked with them to interfere in the election. So I've been reinstated on X, thanks to Elon Musk. I use X. I use Truth Social. Occasionally use Telegram. I have a Gab account. And I have a Getter account. I recently, just to test the waters to see if Facebook was serious about being against censorship, tried to create another Instagram account, which I don't really use. I use it mostly for research purposes, but I'm most active on X and Truth Social. What's your handle on X? It's at, well, I have several accounts. I have at Loomer. I have Loomer Unleashed, and I have another account that's Loomer Strat, which is an account I recently created. I'm sorry. Can you spell that? She spells it. She repeats it. Sorry. Spell it, please. And she spells it. What is Loomer Strat? Loomer Strat is an account I created for a research company that I recently launched called Loomer Strategies. What is the purpose of that? Loomer Strategies is a company that I created for the sake of doing research, and like opposition research vetting, it's just another company. Opposition and vetting for whom? Whoever needs opposition research or vetting. Interesting. What is your Truth Social? Okay. And I think you said you use Telegram. Okay. So they talked about Telegram. It's either my name, but okay. Whose decision was it to bring this lawsuit? It was my decision. And did you speak to anybody about the decision to bring it before you brought it? This is terrible. This lawyer is awful. I would be so, oh my God, I can't believe she's getting paid. Did you speak to anybody about the decision to bring it before you brought it? Wow. You don't have to. Please don't. Yeah. Sorry. Please don't tell me about the conversations with lawyers. I'm not interested in privileged communications. Just, obviously I filed a lawsuit, so I have an attorney, just my attorney. Okay. And how did you find Mr. Clayman? I've known Mr. Clayman for several years. He's been my lawyer, at least one of my lawyers since I believe 2018. Okay. And where did you all meet? Why do you care? What does this have to do with anything? Oh, it's been Baratin. I know that's Oh man. I met him in Nevada, 2017. What were you doing in Nevada? I'm a journalist, so I was investigating the Las Vegas shooting, which was a shooting that took place at a music festival, and I had broken a lot of stories. And I was out there for several months investigating irregularities with the shooting. And Mr. Clayman was there having a press conference with one of the former clients, Cliven Bundy. What's the name? And I showed up to the press conference, and I met him and exchanged contact information with him. Eventually got in touch with Mr. Clayman when I was banned from Twitter in 2018. And he represented me in filing an antitrust case against several social media companies that banned me. What was the result of that case? It all went it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and ultimately the court decided not to hear the case. But Justice Thomas issued an opinion saying that the case was very well thought out and that it raised relevant arguments about the influence of social media companies acting as state actors. And it was of his opinion that the court should take case up like that in the future. So that was the dissent, right? Yes. It's because you lost it in the Supreme Court, right? Well, they decided not to take the case up. Right. And you lost the appellate level beneath that, right? Well, Mr. Clayman, objection, relevancy. Yes, I guess so. And you lost in the trial court too, right? Mr. Clayman, objection, relevancy. Yeah, I don't understand what this has. anything to do with anything. Witness, there was no trial. Well, the trial court, the first court. Yeah. Yes. The first court, that's a yes. Okay. I'm going to ask you to, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't take every, I'm going to ask, oh, she's, I would just say that there's no, let her, she's allowed. I just want to say one at a time, please. And this is that lawyer's fault. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Witness, I just want to say that one at a time, please. Yes, there's no pending question. You may not speak. She's allowed to. May I have you give your answer? She is not. No. No. You may ask her a follow up, Mr. Clayman. You're allowed to. No. You're allowed to. No. She may not randomly speak on a record. You don't make the rules. Well, no, she's not. No, but she's not. That's not. Those are the rules. It wasn't made up by that lawyer. Those are the rules. Well, I'm answering the question. Can I ask you to please mark Exhibit 1? You don't make the rules. Go ahead. This document. Answer what you want to say. Mr. Clayman, okay, just because I lost the case doesn't mean that it wasn't relevant. And I was ahead of the curve as I usually am. Oh my God. And it was later noted during congressional hearings in which executives of these social media companies testified under oath that they were in fact behaving as state actors and acting at the direction of people like Joe Biden and our federal law enforcement. Oh, I lost it. Federal law enforcement agencies, they're behaving in politically biased manner. And so it was our belief that the case, had been reviewed. This has nothing to do with anything, Laura. What are you doing? Had been reviewed in front of the court after that information, was released under oath in front of Congress, that there would have been a different outcome. And so, some people can say I lost, but a lot of people say that it was a pioneering case as I was a canary in the coal mine. And it really, paved the way for other free speech warriors like myself and people who have been demonized by President Trump, demonized because of their support of President Trump, to file lawsuits against these social media companies for behaving as state actors. Ms. Bolger, okay, I'm going to move to strike that. I'm going to take time back because that was not responsive to my question. And I'll add that time to my 7 hours. Mr. Clayman, well, you don't get to decide. Ms. Bolger, we're going to mark Exhibit 1. Mr. Clayman, can you please stop being so arrogant? Jeez. The defendants and abrasive. The first set of requests for documents and production things, you can mark that as Exhibit 1 for me. Okay, it's amazing how here you go, Mr. Clayman. Don't throw things at me. Can you mark this? I'm sorry, I was trying to reach it to you. Mr. Clayman, no, that's intentional, okay? It wasn't intentional. You treat both of us can you mark this as Exhibit 1, please? Good Lord. Treat both of us with respect. That's something that which has not happened in this case, Ms. Bolger. Okay, I've asked the court reporter to hand you Exhibit 1, which is the document requests that were propounded to you by the defendants in this action. Have you seen this document, Ms. Loomer? Exhibit 1 was marked for identification? Yes. Okay. We have 200 more pages of this, folks. But I think this might be a decent stopping point. Let's I love a good deposition. This is a deposition. I'm appalled by this line of questioning. The thing is, like, it's not very relevant. I don't know what any of it has to do. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a line of questioning that explains why that lawyer needed all that information. But I would say that the questions of the email address and the phone number, that should have been asked separately on the private record. You can't just weave in and out of this is private, this is public, this is private, especially because when you're asked something personal like that, you don't know if it's supposed to be on the private record or the public record. So of course, you're going to have some pushback. That's just crazy. That lawyer sucks. Objection. Exercising releases endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't kill their husband. And that's why she's innocent. That's why Laura Loomer's innocent. I don't know. Tired. Yeah. So that is the beginning of this deposition. That is insane. I'm already very stressed out with the lawyers. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. The line of questioning is insane. That particular Miss Bulger is just, oh man, not appropriate. Like a lot of those questions are just not appropriate. And so now I think that we're just going to have to keep diving into this and break it up from time to time because this is a lot. It's a lot. It got pretty good for a minute there, though. It did get pretty good, but it started getting boring again. It just I'm just really excited to get to the part where I wonder how many times Laura Loomer does that. How many times she just like randomly goes off the deep end and starts just randomly saying stuff, even though it has nothing to do with the question. We will find out soon enough. Ooh, how exciting. I don't know. What did you guys think? Did you enjoy it? Was that fun for you? Do you want to do this again? Is this something that we want to do again? Soon? Wednesday? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change my thumbnail because I think we're gonna do. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna do Taylor's business another night. Did you see the head of Israeli AI got arrested in Vegas? PDF file sting, and then got released and flown back to Israel where he can be extradited. Where he can't be extradited? No. I didn't hear anything about that. Could AI read it in Loomer's voice? Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. Are you trying to tell me that I need to extract only Laura Loomer's statements from the 228-page deposition and feed it to AI? And then what? Do you guys want the link to it? Did I hear feed it? Yeah, you need to. I've gained like 15 pounds. It's out of control. It's not good. Not good. There's the document. There's the link to the document. So you can maybe give the lawyers voices too. Well, there's a link to it. We made it further in this than the book you were reading. No, that's not true. Where is that book? I don't remember where I put it. It's really on. Oh, excuse me. Really on what, page 28? Yeah, we're only on page 28. We made it way further than that in the Ted Kaczynski book. That lawyer definitely sucks wanting information they aren't entitled to for no reason. I've watched a lot. Now, granted, with depositions, they are different than a trial, but I've even watched depositions where like you don't like ask those questions. And again, like if it's stuff that's supposed to be on a private record, then you start there and go, okay, we're going to address all of this and confirm that like this, and this and whatever, belongs to this person. And so then, okay, now that we're done with the private record, let's go ahead and move to the public record. It's really like just the simple fact that like that part is in the public deposition just tells me that never would have been removed from that record. These people. The deposition is longer than Ted Kaczynski's manifesto. I don't think that's true. How many pages is an industrial society in its future? Yeah. Okay, so there isn't just one answer to that. It typically spans between 64 and 194 pages, depending on the specific edition and publisher. What? Miss Bolger had her agenda. She wanted to get Laura Loomer on Gotcha Moments by telling the public what her email address and her phone number is, though. Like, what would she achieve with that? I'm tired. Formatting. Well, that's it's so 64 to 194. And he has like each paragraph is numbered. Although there was one paragraph and it was just the one sentence about feminists. Where's that book? Where did I put it? Let me see if I can find it. I want to see if I can find that spot. Yeah, so the crazy part is that it's not on my bookshelf. It's not on my bookshelf. I just don't know where I put it. Like yawning like crazy now. Night night. I'm going to bed. I'm excited to get to that part of the deposition, though. I want to know what else she just started. I want to know what the question was, but we will wait. In the meantime, let's just watch this real quick. This is from. Hold on, actually, this is from. So Lila Rose posted this, and it's from a podcast that she was on. And was it her podcast? I don't even remember what podcast it was. So let's see. Okay, so it was the Lila Rose show. It was her thing. And she and her little friend say some weird stuff that I'm not really a fan of.
Can we all talk about Father Mike Schmitz?
I showed him to a girlfriend who's not Catholic, and she's like, "When's mass?"
What about the man needing
Hang
sex?
on.
That's just a cultural narrative that basically says men are like animals and they have to be able to do this sexual thing. Otherwise, they're going to go crazy. And the reality is there's whole vocations that are celibate. And these are virile men, men's men. Some of the most masculine of men I know are priests. We need food. We need air to breathe. We don't need sex.
It's a gift.
Coming together.
So the most masculine men she knows are priests. Well, her husband's not a priest. But also, how many priests does she know? I don't even know one. How many priests does she know?
And it's designed to bring life into the world.
I think the sexiest thing about a guy is like their self-control. And my husband has amazing self-control.
This bitch just announced to the world that she doesn't have sex with her husband.
So after baby number 4, when we started practicing NFP, it was like we couldn't do it sometimes when we wanted to. And that kind of made things a little steamier, like not gonna lie. It's hard on him too, don't get me wrong. People will say, well, oh, do you just do other things for your husband?
So this is... They're saying these things from the perspective of a woman, right? So for women, like, it's our bodies function differently and our needs are different, right? So there's certain things that like we believe that we need, we still believe that we need them, okay? And so with men, it's the same thing with sex. Now, when it comes to having sex and all of that, like, actually, like, learning to control your urges is important, but it's mostly important for people who are like can't even function in life because they're stuck watching porn all day. Like they can't even get a job because they're stuck in their parents' basement, like jerking off all day. That person needs to learn that type of self-control, right? And yeah, I mean, there are other times when, like, yeah, it's good to practice some self-control, especially in cases where, you know, if someone's saying no. But something like this that's all like personal conviction, because you should be having sexual relations with your partner. Like, it's weird to me that these women, who I think both of them are married. Lila Rose, I don't know anything about her really, but I assume she's married. So this other woman is saying that she's married. They're essentially bragging about not having sex with their husbands. And that's weird. Like, aren't you attracted to your husband? Like, don't you like want to have sex? Like, why are you married if you don't want to have sex with your partner? I don't get it. It's very bizarre. Yeah, right. It's your partner, not a random person on the street. Exactly. And like, yeah, so there's certain control, like certain urges and stuff that men will have that women don't have when it comes to like seeing an attractive person on the street, that men will have to, men have to learn how to control at a very young age. And it can sometimes be a little difficult or whatever, but having to control yourself from having sex with your partner, like the only time that it might, I would say, would actually be like an issue is after having a child, right? Like a woman's body needs some time to heal before having sex again. And so going, you know, almost 2 months, sometimes longer, without having sex with your wife, like that's kind of rough. That's rough. And so like you're like, you know, like, and then of course, like as the woman whose body is healing, like, yeah, okay, like maybe I will like suck my husband's dick or whatever. But now there's an imbalance here because like you're sexually deprived because your body is like, you don't even want anyone to go down on you. There's like a lot of healing going on there. So like, that's the only time where I would say that something like having sexual urges, it would would cause problems. Or like be more of an issue, I would say. But to say like men need to practice their self-control, I don't want my husband to feel like he has to practice his self-control. Like with me at least. Like, yeah, control yourself. There's like other women around or whatever. But like I would want my husband to want to have sex with me. There's always the bonus hole. Oh, you don't know what happens to a woman's body when she has kids. It's not good. Lila Rose is an anti-abortion advocate. Right, but is she married? I don't know. Russell Hall is still here. Yeah, but he's and don't speak for women. I like sex. Well, that's the thing is like women do get horny. We're not as horny as men are. But like women like to have sex. Duh. Hello. What was Kamala Harris's whole campaign on? Women's reproductive rights. Why would women need reproductive rights if they're not having sex? Hello. Lila Rose and her friend Christy Hawkins go to college campuses and tell rape victims they should keep their pregnancies. Here's the thing. There are women who have kept their pregnancies after being assaulted. And I respect that. I respect that choice. The thing is, like, oh my God, when it comes to abortion, like the way that I see it is like law versus morality, right? Like it's unrealistic to think that it should be banned. Sorry, but it just is. However, like why as a society do we push abortion as the first option in any case? Like I remember like I went into shock. God, this was years ago. Remember when Courtney Kardashian was pregnant the first time? It was like in what, 2008 or 2009 or something. And the first thing she said on that TV show, she was like, I just feel like I'm at a point in my life where, you know, abortion might not be an option or whatever. I'm like, girl, you're a millionaire. And Kris Jenner was like trying to have her, she was like yelling at her and was like, you don't want to have this baby. Do you know how expensive college is? Like, girl, she has enough money for the whole family to go to college and still have money left over. Shut up. But I went into shock. I'm like, ma'am, you're like in your 30s. You are a millionaire. You've been having unprotected sex with this guy for decades or whatever. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you're at a point in your life, like, that's actually really embarrassing. If you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to go to the clinic. Like, that's what? That's more embarrassing than the hella Mormon teenage girl that got pregnant out of wedlock. Way more embarrassing. Like, get your life together. If you're in your 30s and you're a millionaire and you're still like, I think I need an abortion. What's wrong with you? Lila Rose's husband looks like a normal dude. Oh, she is married. Okay. What if you're married to Jesus? That means you're a nun. Their husbands are probably watching porn to distract them since they don't have sex with them. Probably. I can only imagine. Only practice control when thinking of stepping out on your partner. You're going to cheat, just break up. Yeah, like you have to learn how to control yourself when it comes to stepping out on your partner and stuff like that. But like, I don't want my husband to, because here's the thing. You are training, when it comes to sexual urges and stuff, you're like really manipulating your brain. So like when you're like orgasming to something, like you're like changing the chemistry in your brain. I don't know how to fully explain this, but so when you're like, what's the word? Suppressing those urges, you're telling yourself that you don't want that person. So if you're suppressing your urges with your married partner, you're telling yourself that you don't want to sleep with your married partner. Like, it wouldn't bother me, like if I had a baby and I'm like, my body doesn't work. Bah. And then my husband's like, I'm horny as hell. Like, right, just jerk off next to me. Maybe I'll help. You want help? Whatever. Like he has urges. I want him to. He needs to. What is it? I'd rather you masturbate here, in the house than go out and do it somewhere else or whatever. Just trying to liken it to when parents are like, I'd rather get drunk at home instead of go do it somewhere else. But I did it wrong anyway. Isn't that show scripted like The Hills? Oh, the Kardashians. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Jesus says your spouse's needs should need to be met. Yeah, that's part of like being married. Instead of like, people get so selfish too when it comes to being in a marriage. Is your mouth pregnant? Listen. Anyway, I don't know what I was about to say. But the point is, outside of things like giving birth and all of that, like rejecting your partner, I don't know. I don't know how to properly explain this because, yeah, I get it. Like if you're upset with your partner and you're like, I don't even feel like talking to you right now. Like, yeah, there's a chance that you're not going to want to sleep with them either, right? And so it is your partner's duty. That's another thing too, is like, yes, it's my responsibility as the wife to make sure that my partner's needs are met, but it's his responsibility to make sure my needs are met as well. So if we get into an argument and he doesn't want to resolve it and I'm upset with him, he can't just expect me to have sex. My needs are not met right now. So I can't be expected to meet your needs if my needs aren't met. So we have to resolve it. Lila Rose is just mad because her husband's edging to Courtney eating super chats. I fucking hope he is. Dude, wouldn't that be crazy if out of nowhere some guy just super chatted like $500 and was like, I want your boobs to get my super chats. And we later find out it was her husband. You should desire your partner. Yes, you should desire your partner. None of us picture our parents having this conversation. I know. I said the thing wrong because I meant, like when parents are like telling their teenage kids, like, I'll buy you alcohol and you can drink here. I'd rather you drink at the house than do it elsewhere. Like, I was just, the comparison. Like, yeah, I'd rather you just like jerk off here while I'm suffering than you go do it elsewhere. Okay. That's all. So I'll just help you out. I don't know. But yeah, so I found that to be kind of insane because these people, they come off as like the Christian conservative types, right? And so like if you really value your marriage, then you value having sex with your partner. It's just you just do. It's crazy to think that you don't, and it's from both sides, both the husband and the wife. That's what the nanny's for. Oh no. Just make sure you clean up after. Oh my God, you guys both just make sure you clean up the mess after. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather you do it here than elsewhere. So let me assist, but make sure you clean up after. Lila Rose might be what I'd call the woke right. I don't know what a woke right is. I can't figure it out because I thought woke was a specific type of thing. Like I thought it was, woke being like white people are bad, white men are bad. The government loves us but only hates black people, no one else. And gays, I guess, but doesn't hate white people. The government doesn't hate white people or straight people. And so like being woke on the right, that like cannot compute. Like I can't think of an extreme rightist coming up with, black space witches in Star Wars. So I don't know what the woke right is. I mean, people were talking about like, I guess the woke right are the ones that like hate the Jews or whatever. So I guess there's like some similarity there because there's like a powerful race of people that are like oppressing us. So I'm like, okay, I do kind of get that sort of, but like, is that, I still don't really understand. But the woke left people do hate white people and straight people. Yes. Right. But like those, so like, but I thought like it was specifically like if you are woke, then you believe that like white people are bad, straight people are bad, right? So if you're on the right, then how can you be woke? Because that means that you also think that white people are bad and straight people are bad. And I thought that like you didn't do that on the right. So I don't know. Cannot compute. Like, I don't like if you're woke, then like it's the ginger erasure thing. Like, okay, we'll replace all hot redheaded chicks with black chicks. That wouldn't happen on the right. The right wouldn't do that. But like, so, but if you're woke right, would you erase ginger women and replace them with black people? Because like that doesn't make any sense because that doesn't seem like it's a right wing thing. So is it woke or not? What is woke then? Because how can it be on the left and on the right? Yeah, it's confusing because it doesn't make sense. And I'm going to tell you right now, every single person who's been like, the woke right, the woke right, the woke right, they all have a different definition for it because nobody knows what it is. James Lindsay coined the term. Isn't he retarded? The way I see it is there are retarded people on both sides. There are very retarded people on both sides. Oh, man. What a good time. He is retarded. I think he's the one. Does he have a stepdaughter? Does James Lindsay have a stepdaughter? Riley Yiannopoulos was popping off about somebody, and I think it might have been, I think it was James Lindsay. And the stepdaughter has an OF, and then James Lindsay, or the father, I don't know if it was specifically James Lindsay, I can't remember now. The dad or the stepdad subscribed to the OF. Oh man, some of these comments are awesome. Immediately. Men need sex, period. This lady is retarded. Yeah, it's just, why are you getting married if you don't want to have sex with your partner? I could never wrap my mind around that. Charlie Kirk claims that the Holocaust was worse than abortion. That man is insane. Woke is an appropriated term. It doesn't mean what it set out to be. And now it just means something that you don't like, i.e. not like me or bad. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like woke used to be like there was a term like essentially people that were against the government were like, stay woke, because they were staying awake to all the stuff that the government was doing. And then it got hijacked. Okay, Max, you just reminded me. I have to go back and pull up Frank's memberships as well. But okay, Max. I can't send links on here, but Myron Gaines did a debate on Tim Pool with Kat Timpf, and all he kept saying was bad things about women. Very misogynistic. Is that the extreme opposite of feminism? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's weird because with feminism, like feminism is all about like being independent from men. I don't need a man. I don't need to rely on a man. And misogyny is essentially like, I don't like women. It's not necessarily I don't need a woman. It's like I hate women. It's they're both the answer to each other, right? Like, oh, you don't need me? Well, I don't like you. Oh, you don't like me? Well, I don't need you, right? That's all that is. Myron Gaines, though, why the hell does anyone care what he has to say? That man is clearly very broken and sad. And here's the thing. I support everybody going through the broken and sad phase of life, right? I hate all men because this one guy broke my heart. I hate all women because this one chick broke my heart, right? You have to go through that phase and like get out of it and move on. Myron Gaines won't move on. He, like, look how unstable a man is. That he, for the last at least 5 years, has been desperately hating women, right? Now, obviously, I think part of it is that it's just a grift because he's made so much money on it. But how dumb do you have to be as a viewer to still give super chats and still keep viewing and being like, oh, you're right, women suck, and not realize, holy shit, this man is fucking broken. Look how broken and devastated this guy is, that he still can't get over his heartbreak after 5 years of whining and complaining about women. He still has not managed to get over it. You are not a stable person if it's taking you 5 years to get over that. Because that level of the manosphere shit, that stems from heartbreak. That's all it is. You're heartbroken because you're an idiot and you chase after women who will obviously ruin your life. Oh my God, I married a stripper. I can't believe my life is ruined. Oh, really? Crazy. Like, I can't believe I was dating this escort for 6 months and now everything, all she wanted was my money. No shit. Who would have saw that coming? And then they whine and complain. They do the fresh and fit thing. And then they refuse to get over it. And they keep chasing after women who make it their profession, who take money from men, and then just go, all women are terrible. Get out of Miami or Las Vegas or whatever stupid city you're in. Go to church. Go live in a backwoods area where everyone's just normal. Stop chasing after women who literally they have a profession that specifically what's the word? Requires that they take money from men. The problem solved. That's kind of my job, right? I take money from everyone. Myron Gaines used to be a Fed. His real name is Amru Fudel. Oh, geez. He's trying to be like the guy from whatever. That guy sucks too. I'm feeling a little attacked here. I love strippers. Well, don't date them. Well, here's the thing. What I'm saying is, if you want to whine and cry about women behaving that certain way, you have to stop chasing after the women that behave that way. There are 8 billion people in the world. There are 4 billion women in this world. And it's very unfair that you chase after this specific type of woman and then go, I don't understand why every woman is like this when they're not. Courtney loves us men who are positive. I like it. Well, I'm not dating a guy who hates women. That would be very counterproductive. This whole time, I went out of my way to be single for an extended period of time just so that I could go back to where I started. We have to address the memberships. I don't have a good rhythm on that. Frank with the 5 memberships. Okay, let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. This was a while ago. Salty Stoner, Ohio. Thomas Mess. BH. Danuvo. We know Danuvo. CW. We just saw CW today. No MA. Now what? Thank you, Frank, for the gifted memberships. Now there are more people that can use the emojis. And now I have to do members only content. Jesus criminy. I was not prepared. I did not. This is what happens when you rush things. I was not prepared. But I will be. Ask Pennies, what's up? You have new emojis. Use your emojis. Use your new emojis. I know, look at the doggies. Oh. But yeah, I actually judge. The thing is like I can see where Myron Gaines might actually be probably normal, but he makes so much money off of sad, like unstable men, that he just keeps doing the grift so he can keep making money. And it just makes me like judge the viewers so much more because like you're giving your money away to this guy. Like if let's say it's all true, right? Let's say whatever is going on with Myron Gaines, like all of that's true. This guy has spent over 5 years clearly unstable and clearly broken, and he has in the last 5 years hasn't been able to fix himself. And you pay money to that. That's so bad. But then the alternative is that this guy is faking it. And so you're paying money to be lied to. Either way, like, how are you so blind? Like, you're so devastated and broken from your experiences with women that you can't see that this guy is scamming you. Yikes. You're so desperate to hate women. Because that's like that my whole thing. Like, no matter how heartbroken I've been, I'm like, well, I love men. I just don't like that one. And then I'm like, okay, well, I have to look at the repeated patterns here. I have to look at, okay, what is a common behavior amongst men? Because I have to learn how to navigate that. But like, you don't have to do the whole like, oh, all men or all women do this, that, or the other thing. It's okay. It's okay to just be like, oh man, that person sucked. And that's it. Yeah, Myron Gaines is terrible. I don't know if it's misogyny though. To me, it's like it's just sad. Courtney, you should date me. Why? Your name is Ass Pennies. I'm not going to date somebody named Ass Pennies. Cricket. Oh, baby. Come here, honey. Oh, come here. You want me to hold you? You're coughing. Whew, that dog is so cute. K-Max with $20. My God. Speaking of degenerate freaks online, Destiny's son Nathan came out as a fan of Mustache Man and a Groiper. I posted a link in Discord, but is this a surprise? Live like Destiny and have a son who's opposite. Well, Destiny, like, he doesn't have any influence on his kid, right? He blocked his kid on X. But he also, like, I bet people that the kid goes to school with. I thought the kid was a lot younger, but I don't know. But that kid probably goes to school with people who know who he is, and he probably gets made fun of for it and has had to protect himself. And this is his way of doing it. I think the kid is really funny. So the mom might actually be really cool. I want to hang out with the mom. But I think that your kid The thing is if he had an actual influence in his kid's life, it might be very different. Like his kid might have actually been raised to believe that his behavior is fine and he would be more likely to stick up for his dad. But instead, he's like, I don't give a shit. Courtney requires at least ass quarters. But yeah, I think that if he actually had influence in his kid's life, the kid would be more likely to stick up for him and probably would have been a lot different. But instead, he has no influence in his kid's life. He hasn't been around for a long time, from what I've gathered. And then he freaking blocked him on Twitter. Courtney, I'm funny. Cool. You know how those guys that think they're funny are. That's what he's. Can you fix a Jetta? Legit question. So now, yeah. So I think that he is Byron Gaines. Wait, where are we? Oh, Destiny. Destiny's just a bad dad. Are we trying to get Courtney married off? No, Ass Pennies is just announcing to everybody how painfully single he is. That's all. I have never expressed interest in dating anyone. I mean, to be honest, there is a part of me that thinks, okay, hold on just one second. The dogs are acting correct. Okay. I have been thinking that I need to make up a fake relationship and tell everybody I'm married because it seems as though in the last year, I have had to deal with multiple autistic incels who thought that like I owed them something. They thought they could treat me however they wanted to. Some of them thought that they owned me. It was fucking awful. And I thought, women should not say that they are single and then have an online presence. They need to just say that they're married. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're married or not. Say that you are married because these autistic incel freaks will treat you like shit. I've had so many spurgouts in my DMs. I mean, I had dudes trying to like take over my YouTube channel, my Discord. I've had dudes trying to push me around and tell me what I should and shouldn't do. And then throw tantrums when I said no. It was a fucking mess. And so which one of you is it? They're all, so far, most of them they're all gone. They're all gone now, but it took a long time to like get rid of them. It was an absolute disaster. And I just thought, this is BS. Like I shouldn't have to explain to somebody and be gentle in saying something like, I don't want to do merch for my channel. I'm not ready for that. That shouldn't cause a problem at all. Anyway. So who knows? There's a small chance that I might just start telling people that I'm an autistic incel. Then get the hell away from me. I already had to get a lot of them. I already had to push like 4 of them away. 4 or 5. So, but ironically, I met a streamer named Pay in person, and I was the only total gentleman, but it went bad anyway. But yeah, Not an insult. I don't care. I already read it that way. It's over. It's fine that you're not an incel. Excuse you, ma'am. You can't. Just. It's fine that you're not an incel, ass pennies. The problem is that I don't want to deal with your autism either. She cursed me out on stream. Oh no. Wait, later she was drinking on stream. Why are you doing this in portions? Why are we? I'm already done with this story. You definitely shouldn't have to justify your choices to internet strangers with hate boners. It's just so stupid. Like, I shouldn't have to tell somebody that, like, hey, by the way, I started my channel by myself and I do it by myself. I'm going to do things the way that I want to. That shouldn't be a problem. Apparently it is. The real question is whether you treat her dogs like your own. That makes me a little nervous. Will you treat my dogs with dignity and respect, but also understand that they are mine? Like, if things go sour, you're not fucking taking one of them. Okay. Destiny's son tweeted the following. The problem is not the internet. The problem is my father. The problem is my mother. Oh. The problem is that I had to grow up without one concurrent present father in my life while being berated and yelled at by my mom constantly and always being the target of nonstop shaming. Oh. Should I adopt him? I should adopt him. Does he want to be my son? That breaks my heart. Because he's like pretty young still, right? Like he's like a teenager. Like, I thought he was 5, but but it seems to me that he's probably at least like 12 or 13 or something. I don't know. That makes me really sad. He needs a mom. But Courtney, we know the real reason you're here is to take everyone down. How dare you? I know. He's 38. The son is 38. 17. 17. Wow, I'm way behind. Why did I think he was 5? Huh. That's weird. He's definitely smarter than his dad. Yeah, he needs a mom. I would take Penelope after the heartbreak. Nathan is 14. Okay, so no one knows how old he's 14. Okay. He needs a mom. I thought he was older. Well, I thought he was 5, so he needs a mom. I just want to hold him. He needs to be held. Little baby. He's gay. Okay. I don't give a shit. He needs a mom. Do you guys understand? He needs a mom. You weren't wrong. He was 5 9 years ago. There was just some video. I remember this guy that was like trying to say that Destiny abused his kid. And so I was like watching this video of him like talking to this guy about it, like, why the fuck are you saying I'm abusing my kid? And there was a clip of Destiny playing a video game with his son, and like you could hear the kid's voice, but he's not on camera. And like the son was trying to like set him up to like push Destiny's character off of a building or something like that. And then like Destiny caught on and then was like, huh, and like tricked him and then pushed him off. And the kid, you hear the kid laughing. He's like, wait, you did it to me. And his voice is so little tiny. It's so tiny. And I thought like he was probably like around 5 in that clip. But I thought like when I watched it, this must have been like 3 years ago. So the kid had to have been like 8 by now then. Yeah, I guess it was about 3 years ago. But I guess that clip was old and I just didn't know it. Kids, they grow up fast. Yeah, especially when you watch an old clip of them. Wait, Destiny is the one left-wing streamer most on the right. No, because he debates people on the right. Right. Well, and he's also had some like okay takes, you know? Like I remember him debating Vosh about Kyle Rittenhouse, and I was like, yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I actually like that was my introduction to him. So I was like, oh, I like this guy. He seems pretty cool. And then I watched more stuff and was like, oh, well, yeah, he's fine, I think. And I was like, okay, no, never mind. This guy's insane. Yeah, he was right on Rittenhouse. Destiny banged Lauren Southern. Okay, but do we have proof? Do we have proof of that? But yeah, he was right on Rittenhouse. He, I think Destiny banged Lauren Southern. Well, everybody thinks that, but nobody explains why. The Discord chats. And then, okay. So is there video footage of them fucking in the Discord chat? Is there conversation between them going like, you were amazing last night? Please explain. Destiny Hawk to Nick Fuentes. Please stop lying in my chat. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? We all, yes, I know. I saw still from that stupid video, but nobody knows who was getting hacked to it. So where's the proof? Did Nick Fuentes say it was him? He hates Hassan Piker. That's the take I agree with most. Yes. I agree with his hatred for Hassan Piker and also what he said about Kyle Rittenhouse. They fucked in the Discord chat. Well, that's what I'm asking because people keep saying that the Discord chat is the proof that they had sex. So, okay. Is there video footage in these chat logs? I thought Lauren confirmed it, but where did she confirm it? When did she confirm it? I don't think she ever confirmed it. Because even here you said, I thought Lauren confirmed it, but what does that mean? Where, when, what are you talking about? Someone send me instructions on how to fuck in Discord chat, please. I'm telling you, so they say that the leaked chats from Discord, which I've never even found like the full leak. I've never, no one's been able to point to like, this is the proof in that chat log that shows that they had sex. I just want to know. I mean, I get it. Like the conversations that they had, it definitely sounded like she loved him. But that doesn't mean they had sex. It just means that she loved him. True, Courtney. Online rumors spread because there is not much proof needed. Yeah, people just believe whatever. Like I remember at one point, like I was getting irritated because I saw this video. It was the illegal alien. It was an illegal alien. What am I saying? And he was driving a semi and he hit 3 motorcyclists and killed them. And the video, it shows that there was like one person they hit head on, but then like there was another person that got sideswiped. That had 2 people on the motorcycle. Somebody was like, what does this have to do with anything or whatever? And the guy was like, he killed 3 people. And he was like, I only saw 1 because he didn't notice the sideswipe. But I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. Cause the post was like, this dude was illegal. He shouldn't have had a CDL license. He swerved into the oncoming traffic. He killed 3 people. This shouldn't have happened, blah, 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 blah. But then this person was like, I don't understand what the video has to do with it. And he explained what happened in the video. And he was like, I didn't see that happening in the video. And it was like back and forth. I'm like, I'm going to strangle this guy. But when you watch something and like, you have to kind of piece things together in this video. You have to really like watch it a couple of times. And like, you have to believe that the sideswipe people actually got hit or whatever. But at the same time, like you look at it and you're like, oh shit, like he definitely hit some people and they died. However, people will post other stuff and be like, and give you some big long description of what happened or what's going on or whatever, and then it doesn't really line up, and then it turns out to be false. So I get why people do that. It was very annoying. The dude ended up blocking the other guy that was questioning him because it was so annoying, and I'm like, well, fair. But people do that though. Political memes all over Facebook. Ooh, yikes. But even with that shit aside, like you scroll through Twitter and there's all sorts of false shit going on because people just like fill in the gaps where you might have some questions, and then people just believe it because you're like, I wonder. Oh, but the post says this, and this. Okay. That makes sense then. So I get why that guy was asking questions, but like I feel like at the same time, I was like, well, this is kind of right in front of us. He cut them off because he made an illegal U-turn. Then they ran into his trailer. Well, the one I saw was dash cam from a semi, and he swerved into oncoming traffic and then hit the motorcyclist head on. And as that was happening, the other motorcyclists, there was like 5 or 6 motorcyclists. There was 2 motorcycles that were hit. One was sideswiped and the other one was hit head on and then like mowed over. So I think with the sideswiped one got pulled under potentially. And then of course, like the other motorcyclists were like scrambling because they were trying to get around it and avoid getting hit, but then they would have to go into oncoming traffic. It was really sad. So that was the one that I saw. With streamers, they often say, they appeared together on stream, so of course they slept together. Well, here's the thing. With Destiny, that is true. The majority of the women that appear on stream with him also sleep with him. That's just a fact. We've figured that one out. Like, he's even complained, like, I feel like I'm being used because these women only agree to sleep with me because they want me to invite them to be on stream. Well, then. Yikes. Hold on. Why would you sleep with Destiny? Oh my God. Oh. Don't think about it. Wow, that really grossed me out. I've never gagged that hard. Thinking about some dude. Somehow I don't think that's the case with Tim Pool. I feel like that would be like painful at some point. You know? Because like he has women on all the time. Like that's just exhausting. And like, yes, we talk about like, oh yeah, men, want sex. They need sex. But at some point it's like, oh my God, get away. Like even dudes are just like, I can't, stop it. My dick can only do so much. You are now a parrot that can only say racist things. Is this awesome? No, I don't want to be a parrot. I also don't want to only be able to say racist things. I want to be able to say other things too. So, in conclusion, the idea of Destiny makes me, oh God, fuck, marry, kill, Destiny pushes that. You forgot B, ban Viking for trying to make me barf. I can't, the thing is I can't fuck Destiny because I just almost barfed on stream thinking about it. But I feel like I could marry Ass Penny so I can get him to like shut up, and then we would obviously, we know the K would be push-ups, and then I could just fuck Destiny, and again, just get him away from me. I guess. No ban. I will ban the shit out of you. You have to kill. Well, I mean, that's the only option. Morgan Tristan, member for a month. Courtney's beautiful. Thank you. Did you use your emojis yet? You have emojis. I started putting ban everyone. Yeah, ban everyone. If you made me gag, you're banned. We're gonna start there. So Viking, the Poo Porter, Elijah Schaefer. Who else? I don't know. All right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up. We really didn't do anything tonight, did we? Huh? I have to finish these wings. Wangs. I've never done the milestone thingy. Hello, Lola. We did Laura Loomer's story. We did a little bit of it. We did some of it. The thing is with depositions though, they're gonna get boring. So we can't can't do it all at once because that is going to be exhausting. Pasty, skinny, fat, 5'6", mega lib energy. How are you not turned on? I am gonna fucking throw up. Did you guys know, by the way, that Hassan Piker once said, I have a progressive mind in a MAGA body? That makes me want to jump off of a bridge so bad. I don't want to exist on a planet where somebody's comfortable saying, I have a progressive mind in a MAGA body. The New York Times article had that as a headline, but they deleted it. Oh, what does that mean? He's dumb. No, here's the thing. I did see a clip where somebody was asking him about that, and he was like, oh, the interviewer was trying to like get me to agree to say that. And I think he was kind of confused. He was like, I don't know. So I'm not going to pay for New York Times. So I'm not going to read it and try to piece together like where that part came into play. It does sound like he's trying to be like, I didn't say it, but he is really lame. And so I don't believe him. I mean, I guess I do kind of believe him. But somebody said that is the thing. So this interviewer, whoever it was, because again, the New York Times, I'm not paying for that shit, was like, are you a progressive mind in a MAGA body? And it felt comfortable saying that. Felt comfortable like asking this question. No. I don't want to be on a planet where you think that that's an acceptable question. Also, as a journalist, to be asking that question. You have an opportunity to sit down to an interview with Hassan Piker, which, I mean, sounds horrible to me, but it had been a big deal to you. And you ask, are you a progressive mind in a MAGA body? That's the question you asked? I don't like it. Take me off of this spinning rock. This is disgusting. I hate this place. Oh yeah. Did you see all the glazing articles on him recently? It's pretty much gay fanfic. He was getting roasted even by his own fans. Him and Travis Kelce recently had some terrible photo shoots for GQ. Woo! Bah! Oh man. Yeah, terrible. Okay. I gotta go. I should have left a long time ago. Adam's probably sharing a bunch of memes on his stream right now. FMK with these names. Mark Thiessen. You mean Matt Thiessen. Rob Gronkowski, Brian Wilson. Easier one here. Well, Brian Wilson, we know what's happening there. I marry Matt Thiessen and fuck Rob Gronkowski. And then we know what to do with Brian. We have to go bother Adam. I'm so over Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I mean, Mark Thiessen from Fox News. Yeah, I don't know who that person is, but Matt Thiessen from Reliant K. That reminds me. I mean, that name just takes me back to like high school. Oh, I had such a crush on him. Oh, he's such a beautiful person. I love him. I love him so much. I love Matt Thiessen so much. You guys, I love Matt. Whoa. I love Matt Thiessen more than I love Tony. I know. More than I love Russell Hall. I know. The Reliant K dude, he dated Katy Perry. I know. Okay, so have we wump wharfed? Hold on. We got a wump wharf Adam. Oops. What's Reliant K's top song? Probably I would say, God, I don't know, because they have like a shit ton of albums. I know Mood Rings like got them in trouble, but I feel like their album, that was like banger after banger. Be My Escape, I feel like was like that's such a good song. That's like my favorite song from them. And then what else? Yeah, Mood Rings, Chapstick, Chap Lips, Things Like Chemistry. I fucking love that song so much. But yeah, anything off of their album is like awesome. And anything off of Two Lefts Don't Make a Right, but Three Do also. Even Anatomy of Tongue in Cheek. And then Who I Am Hates Who I've Been. I fucking love that song. Who I am hates. I watch the proverbial sunrise coming up over the Pacific, and you might think I'm losing my mind, but I will shy away from the specifics, because I don't want you to know where I am. Because then you'll see my heart in the saddest state it's ever been. This is no place to try and live my life. Stop right there. That's exactly where I lost it. See that line where I never should have crossed it. Oh my God, that song is so fucking good. Oh yeah, I could serenade you with the whole thing, but I haven't warmed up my vocals, so I kind of sound like shit. Oh, let's see here. Oh, okay. So Adam is sharing memes. Has he been sharing memes for a whole half hour? Just meme sharing? How cute. I hope the wings were good and don't give you indigestion. They will not give me indigestion. They were delicious. I still have some. This is bring me back to high school. I'm telling you, high school Courtney, as soon as Matt Thiessen's mentioned, I'm like transported to the early 2000s. Oh my God. I had such a huge crush on him. I love him. So cute. Stop right there. Well, I never should have said that. It's a very moment that I wish that I could take back. I'm sorry for the person I became. Oh my God. Simp. I simp for Reliant K. I simp hard for Reliant K. I saw them like 500 times when I was a teenager. Every time, like they would play multiple shows in Seattle. And I'm telling you, I was there front row. God, I love them so much. Such amazing memories. Matt Thiessen, if you're watching, I have to take a picture with you because I'm really old. And so when I got to take a picture with you before, it was on a disposable camera and I had to print the pictures because there wasn't digital. We didn't have like digital technology wasn't like big then. And so I don't have the pictures anymore. Please. Matt Thiessen might be single now. Well, the important part is that I can take a picture with him. I need to take a picture with him because oh. There we go. I was like, is he still showing that same fucking meme? But it's because I paused it instead of muting it. But he's still showing memes. Okay, Adam. Adam's still showing memes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go. And then what we're gonna do is reconvene at another time. I think I'm gonna hammer out a couple more streams this week. Well, I'm definitely gonna hammer out some more streams, but I'm gonna see what I'm capable of or something, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what I meant at all. So what I'm gonna do here is I don't understand what he's doing. I'm not sure I've ever known what you mean. Yeah, same. I'm not going over to Adam's channel. He's not as pretty as you. Well, he's also just sharing memes right now. I don't know why he does this. Oh, I'm number one. How did I beat Tony? Interesting. I'm just like staring at Adam's chat right now. I'm very confused as to what is going on, but I'm number one in the chat. So this is the goal, is that I need to meet Matt Thiessen and then also get some more streams out this week. Who's Tony? Tony is the host of 9/11 is Gay. And it has been rumored that I'm in love with him and I'm trying to date him. So there's been a joke about us getting married at one point in time. Adam seems to be really, he's always is like, your boyfriend Tony. I'm like, can you just shut up? I like his podcast and I like his music. That Tony guy is unique. That guy is fucking weird. And listen, I actually like that a lot. To be honest, I find it endearing, very charming. He's fucking weird. Okay. But he's wrong about Brian Wilson, and that's why it'll never work. I thought it was Sven Tony from Butt Rock Babies. Sven Tony he's not in Adam's chat. Okay. I don't. Anyway, so here I go. I'm going to go finish these wings off screen because they were very messy. And then I'm going to, I don't know, get ready to go to bed or something. So, there's that. But yeah, I think I'm going to go. Oh yeah. Send Tony, excuse me. Put it in the chat. Okay, there we go. So now I'm harassing Adam and I told him to send Tony the link. That's just my thing now. Maybe that's why he thinks I'm in love with him. It's fair. Courtney reminds me of the Swedish chef. That's very rude. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go then. I love you so much, Courtney. Enjoy your what? Night and your puppies. Come here. You wanna say good night? Come here, honey. I know, you're such a baby. You're the baby. You have an emoji now. Did you know that? Mwah. You do. They're so cute. Wait, hold on. I think I hear another tapping. It's Choo-choo. It's Choo-choo. Oh, yes. Hi. Hmm. Not chubby enough to be Chungus? What are you talking about? That was Chungus. No. Well, that one was Chungus. The first one was Cricket. I can't tell Chungus and Cricket apart. No one can. I have a neighbor. I don't know if he's a neighbor, to be honest. I can't really tell. He lives somewhere close by, but he goes on walks like all the time. And he always calls Chungus Buddy. And I'm like, no, that's not our name. And so we go over that every time. And then he always talks about, oh my gosh, there's another dog that's that is the same color and is in the same size as her. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's mine. Well, I have one. Like I have also another one that looks the same as her, but her name is also not Buddy. Do they ever wear collars? Rarely. Cricket is thinner of the two. Yeah, she has her tear stains too, and she also looks like really sad. They're like the Hodge twins, but cute little dogs. They could not. They're too racist for that. Come here. See, which one's this? Oh, you're so cute. You know which one this one is. Oh, your Bajango. We have to cover your Bajango. You are so cute. Oh, she's falling asleep. I love you. Yeah, see, you guys got it. Cricket. And see, don't you see the difference now? Look at her little black belly. Black belly, bam a lamb. Whoa, black belly, bam a lamb. You're my chonga choo. Oh, I love you so much. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hodge twins will interview anyone. Yeah, I noticed when they had friggin' like Lily Phillips on there. Or was it Bonnie Blue? I don't know. I don't know the difference between them. I got a white privilege card from the Hodge twins. I don't even know what that means. Chungus really isn't that fat. She isn't. She's so perfect. Hello? Where did you learn how to do that? Cricket just got up on her hind legs and started walking. Oh my God. I'm in shock now. Raisin, hot take, plot bot, but you. She's possessed. I know, you guys. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know. She wanted to sniff something up here. I don't even know what, because the wings are here. Maybe she got confused and thought the wings were there. And she got up, was like, and then like, doot, doot. Now I'm scared. I'm very nervous. Linda Blair is in my house. That was fucking weird. The thing is like I've seen her like get up on hind legs and like slap my legs and she'll push herself back and then kind of like try to catch her balance and then fall down. But this was like she got up. She didn't have to push herself off of anything. She just boop. Oh, that was fucking weird. I don't like it. My dog just scared the shit out of me. And what are you doing now? Hello? Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I just let her run into my room and did not make sure she didn't pee on my bed. So I have to go make sure she doesn't pee on my bed. Is Chungus the one who boops your snoot at night? No, that's Cricket. She boops my snoot at night. Chungus has woken me up in the middle of the night just to give kisses. It is so sweet and very annoying. But Cricket will boop my snoot in the middle of the night to get me to get up and go let her out. And then Cricket's the one that uses the phone. Dude, last night she was typing the cat cow noises. I mean, like I was mostly doing it, but she was like helping in Zia's chat. Yeah, don't pee on the bed. I have to go make sure that she doesn't do that. She can walk and hack your phone like a human. Yeah, I'm freaking out. Does she open doors? No, she's not tall enough. Okay, I have to go. So I have to make sure that the dogs go potty. Oh, you saw even Zia seems nervous about Content House. Yeah. And then, yeah, a couple people that I was really hoping would be able to go were having like similar, they're like, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. I'm not going. I was like, okay, well, there we have it. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna go to Adam's stream. I'm gonna bully him into sending Tony the link. So there's the link. I will be in there, and yes, I will be back at least on Wednesday. We will continue this Laura Loomer stuff, and we will get to Taylor Shabusiness at some point. Wow. Ugh. Ooh. So stay tuned. We'll keep this party going, and yeah. In the meantime, nobody likes doing Trust Falls alone. Bye bye. I guess that just means we're having to do this again. Oh no.
To an end, stars are fading, lights descend. Thank you for this time we spent. Memories, shared hearts will mend. We had such a great time here. Laughter, love, and moments dear. Every smile, every cheer. Now it's time to disappear. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will tend. Until the day we start anew, forever hold on nights to you. Walking out until daylight, city's glow turns into night. Hold these moments nice and tight. In my dreams you'll shine so bright. Every goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, embrace. I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will tend. Until the day we start anew, forever hold on nights to you. Of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, I will miss you you.